Yeah,
Yeah.
so when I read the recipes on to make those, they hamburgerize like the chicken and whatnot, and then refry it. It's weird.
That is weird. No, man. Yeah, the tacos al pasteur. Al
Okay,
pasteur. If you ever see it at a restaurant, try it, man.
try
Especially
it. Cause
especially
I
if they
don't
got like the whole like spit roasting sword setup going on. That's what makes it extra good.
the X, the S word.
Yeah, because like the place that I went to today, I didn't realize it. I was just like, I was in the mood for tacos al pasteur. I know I'm probably saying that wrong, but I like searched it online and they were like, oh yeah, there's this place right down the street. I'm like, sweet. Like, ordered online, went to go pick it up. Didn't realize it was like a hole in the wall, literally in the side of a gas station. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, so yeah, like, you gotta look out for the place too. That being said, sometimes the hole in the wall is fucking delicious.
Dude, the one that was by our hotel when we were in Quetro, they were like range from 5 to 15 cents a taco. The brains and the eyeballs were the most expensive ones. They were the best street tacos I've ever had in my life. And that
What
place looked like a shithole. Like,
what does brain taste like?
I didn't have those. That was my Mexican friend.
I
I
mean,
just went.
I'd try it.
I went with beef.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I'm gonna get like 3 beef tacos and maybe one of something I don't. Especially if they're 15 cents. It's like, yeah, if it's gross, you just throw it away.
Yeah, true. I spent $2 and that included my fucking sugar Coke, and I was stuffed.
Dude, a sugar Coke up here costs like $2 just for the
I
sugar.
know.
I love the sugar Coke in the bottle.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it tastes better, and I feel like it stays cold longer too.
Especially with Mexican food.
Well, yeah, I mean, you need that shit. You can't drink the water, so you need to drink like either a beer or that or something, like the Juaritos or whatever.
Like tacos and fucking pizza are the only stuff I drink. Like, I'll have a soda with.
I don't know. Like, I drink maybe 1 or 2 sodas a day. I don't drink it like a lot, but I do like to have a soda with lunch, or like if I'm waking up and I've already had my coffee, maybe sometimes I'll have a soda too to like help wake me up. But I think I probably drink way too much caffeine, honestly.
Yeah, soda a day will keep on about 15 pounds.
Well, and last time I like dieted heavily and lost a bunch of weight, that's how I did it. Was I switched from soda to like Crystal Light. Like, it worked though, dude.
Yeah, my wife, she was like about 35 pounds overweight. All she did was drop soda, and now she averages between 115 and 119.
Yeah, dude, I was getting pretty fucking heavy there for a minute, man. Like the whole like COVID lockdown shutdown thing, and like the thing is, like, my job's so physical, like doing things on a regular basis, to like all of a sudden sitting on my ass all the time. Like, your appetite doesn't go away like that. You still feel like your body's calling for the calories because it's expecting to use them.
Yeah, because you're 20 years of doing the same thing.
Right.
Then it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and then at the same time, like, I couldn't even go to the gyms anymore because the gyms were all closed down.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any money to go anywhere and do anything. Like, I could have gone hiking or something, but that cost money and gas to go up to the mountains, so I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I like literally I like shut everything down as much as I possibly could to conserve money and not go anywhere. It's pretty bad. But then, yeah, like I got up to, dude, I think I was like 255. And I'm 235 now. I've lost 20 pounds, but I've also put on a bunch of muscle, so I've lost more than 20 pounds from that point.
Right.
Yeah. But if I could do,
nice, man.
If I could do 20 more, or even,
where you'd like to be?
Yeah, like 220-ish would be nice. If I could get under 220, I'd be happy. Like 215. Anyway, we've been going live for a minute here. I don't know if you noticed.
No, I'm playing my video games.
Well, thankfully
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. Daniel dropped in $2 and said, "Where's my ranch?" You're gonna have to see the manager about that. The waiter doesn't care anymore. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh man. Yeah, work has been surprisingly fucking stupid lately. Like, I think it's like the economy's slowing down a little bit, so people aren't going out as much. And so they're looking at their numbers or whatever and saying, like, uh-oh. And so they're coming down on everybody about every little thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, God damn it, dude.
Oh yeah, I've seen a huge downtick at people at the range for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly true, dude. Like, there's a bunch of people who are either currently in a position where they're like, they don't have enough money for the shit that they had before, or they're looking towards the future with some sort of uncertainty that says, like, hey man, get, save or buy only the things that you need, or invest your money in this, or whatever it is that people are doing. I don't know. There's some answer out there right now is the stupid thing. That if you're like, if you just put $1,000 in it today, that in 5 years, like, you'll never have to work again. There is something right now out there. The problem is I don't know what it is, neither do you. Like, I mean, I guess if you put $1,000 in everything, but if you had that much money, then you wouldn't have to work today already. Like, you're good.
Right. Yeah, if Google stock gets back to $1,000, I can retire.
Yeah, after the split. Has it already gone up since the split?
No, it hasn't officially went through yet. So I see that my stocks have split, but they haven't changed the price yet.
So it's showing like you have like way more than you actually have.
Oh yeah, it's saying I have millions.
Like sells.
I wish I could. Yeah, the window's not open either, unfortunately.
All I do is over penetrate says, with 3D printers now pretty much plug and play minus a couple tweaks and trial prints, is it worth investing in learning, especially with me being in California with crazy laws? Shit, I mean, if it's something you're interested in, dude, if it's something that you want to do, like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, like, if I had more space, I might be into it. Like, I don't really have space for anything in my apartment that's not already here is my problem at this point. But yeah, dude, why not? Why not get into it? And it is getting to the point where, like, the $300 machine of today was like the $3,000 machine of like 5 years ago. So the cost benefit analysis is definitely swung in your favor, I believe. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, there's just all types of cool shit you could do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just gun stuff. You're right. It's like, oh, the thing on my lawnmower broke. Let me make a new like handle or whatever. Boom. Or you know what I mean? Like anything.
I have a friend, his whole fucking business is just printing out like trees and mountains and shit for not Warcraft, Warhammer shit.
Yeah.
And that's his now full-time job. He's bringing in $4,000 a month just fucking making things for people's tabletop games and D&D and shit like that.
Yeah, there's people online who all they do is like 3D print like 1911 grips and put different designs in them that people want or whatever, you know, and ship them out for $20 when it costs them like $3, you know.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt?
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
Oh, not too bad.
Why are you crying, man?
No reason. What's up?
Did that $1 million come due?
Yes.
Oh, this little girl dog that I'm taking care of was like, didn't even want to come in my room before, and now she doesn't leave me alone. She's my buddy.
Peanut butter will do that.
Here, check her out. Oh. Little puppy. This is Leota. I call her General Lee because it pisses my ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, whatever, off. Because her name's Lee. So we call her General Lee. Yep. And she doesn't leave me alone now.
Don't teach it to do the Hail Heil thing. You might go to jail like fucking that dude over in Europe.
What's his name? Fuck.
I can't remember his name. He's a comedian.
Count Dankula.
That's who it was.
Yeah. He's funny, dude. I've seen interviews with him. He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, it's funny that like in a different country, soon to a country near you, you can get arrested and charged criminally because of a joke. And it's not even like a prank where like someone gets hurt, like you throw like a fucking like a dummy off a bridge or something, and cars like swerve and crash, and someone gets hurt. It's like, yeah, you deserve to be in trouble for that. Like,
it wasn't a Mr. Highway, right?
But yeah, like for saying a joke online. I don't know, man. We're not.
What's this world come to when you can't dress your pug up like Hitler?
We're not far off in this country from seeing that here, I don't think.
There's already people pushing for it.
Yeah, there is actively. And
somebody will see it, claim mental distress, and sue you.
I don't think the court should let that shit stand, though. You know, like frivolous lawsuits like that, where it's like, oh, he said a word that I don't like, so I'm suing him.
No, let one person do it, and then let everybody else be like, oh, this offended me. And then I'll just go around and sue the fuck out of everybody that offends me. Like, let it happen. See what happens to the legal system.
Raw Feeding says, Puppy! What's up, homies? Might join in a minute. Yeah, man, I sent you a link. Join on in. Oh, Zorro's here. Daniel dropped in $2, said, wait, your dog didn't naturally show up with a Roman salute? We had to trade it out of her, you know?
I heard Hitler, and I had my inner Cantinflas come out.
And Andrew Heckler says, for someone that actually did a chat today, what were you supposed to?
Well, I was going to do a chat on the Geek channel, and like for 2 days, I said, hey, if anybody wants to join in on a Geek Chat, just let me know. Send me an email or hit me up on Discord or something like that, because I don't feel like just doing a chat by myself on my other channel. It'd be nice to have people to talk to on the chat. And nobody fucking ever emailed me or DM'd me. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing a chat. So,
I would have
like, because that's a completely different audience with completely different topics and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna fucking just like do it by myself. I want at least
Did you
somebody
send
to
me
talk
an email?
to. Did I send you an email? No.
Yeah.
Why?
No. Oh, okay.
I'll DM.
Are you interested in Geek Chat only?
Like what type of geek stuff?
Like movies, TV shows, video games, toys,
Yeah,
shit like that.
You know that.
Okay. Well, I wanted to do something like on Saturday afternoon, but you know,
I'll DM you about
nobody
it.
fucking said anything. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing a chat today. I'm not gonna fucking get on there. I've never done any live stuff on that channel before, so
Wednesday night I was being a FUD, but I was shooting sporting clays.
Well, did you catch the wabbit at least?
Yeah, I was going to say either that's duck hunting or wabbit hunting.
Duck season, wabbit season. Duck season, wabbit season.
Wabbit season.
So yeah, I really don't have any subjects or anything to talk about. I don't know what's going on in the world. I have not looked at Twitter today. All I've done today is sleep and take care of a dog who's got a dew claw that's ripped in half, which is fun because she wants to lick it and make it worse. So I've got a sock like taped around her leg right now. I don't know what else to do about it.
I recently watched about how the Mexican culture was about tacos.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, Mexican culture isn't about tacos.
No,
But-
I know. I'm saying
just,
convert.
you know.
Like the racial thing was like, oh, Mexicans are a variety of different cultures and different versions of Latin, and we're like tacos. I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck.
you're just like breakfast. Well, specific. Now let's be
Breakfast
clear.
burrito.
Just,
Taco.
just breakfast tacos. You didn't even get like the gamut of tacos. It was just breakfast tacos specifically.
Yeah, I know. The problem is like our version of breakfast tacos is like regular tacos.
I feel like Zorro, if you were a taco, you'd be like a bull huevo taco.
Bola huevos?
Huevos del bolos.
No, I'm good, thanks. I mean, I castrate bulls.
Yeah, exactly. See?
That doesn't mean I eat them.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying do you eat yourself? You're the taco. You're what you offer to the world. If you're castrating bulls, you're offering bull balls. Therefore,
Tacos.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm assuming that every time they take a bite, it's like,
No, they say, "Aye."
Aye.
I guess. I don't know.
Scott Roberts says, have you spent any time in Estes Park? The wife and I may be headed there over Labor Day weekend looking for advice on stuff to do while we're there. Well, for one thing, the hotel where they filmed Dumb and Dumber, like when they finally get to Aspen, isn't in Aspen. It's in Estes Park, which is actually the same hotel that The Shining was based on. No, wait, was it The Shining? The one with Jack Nicholson where they go to the fucking
Shining.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the same hotel The Shining was based on. And that's like right there outside of Estes Park. You can go walk around. There's a bar downstairs, which I worked a shift at. That's
I've been to the room with the girls.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. That hotel is here in Oregon.
But yeah, I mean, there's that. There's a lot of cool like knick-knack shops and stuff in town inside Estes Park where you can get like little fucking statuettes of, I don't know, whatever animal or something like wolves or whatever, you know, like to remember Colorado by, which is kind of cool. As far as nature goes, yeah, dude, Estes Park itself, like Rocky Mountain National Park, which is the area around it, there's all kinds of spots. Like
you can get Zorro's Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh yeah.
Oysters? I'm not a fisherman. I'm a cattle rancher.
Rocky Mountain oyster tacos.
Oh no! No, please, no.
Tacos del huevos, and not eggs huevos. The otro huevos.
The ultra huevos. Okay. So when I ever meet you, do you want me to make you a taco de huevos then, or just not tell you?
Huh. So Andrew Heckler saying clean with regular soap and water. Put some cornstarch on it if it starts bleeding. Okay, I've got like I don't even know what it is. Some kind of antiseptic spray that I stole from work, and like triple
like
antibiotic cream and gauze that I wrapped it in, and then I just put a sock over it so she can't lick it. And I've been changing that out every day. So far so good. It's getting better, I think. I'm taking care of her better than her fucking mom did.
Well, at least you have one bitch that likes you.
Yep. Gotta have one. Midget with Carrot Cake says, going to Beaver Creek, Colorado for work next week. There, anything to do there? Beaver Creek is just outdoor shit, man. Like shooting or fishing or camping or hiking or biking or mountain. Like you got like a dirt bike. There's all kinds of dirt bike trails up there and shit like that. It's pretty cool. Anything outside. That's what you want to do. I don't know. Have you ever done the Alpine Ski Slide? You guys know what that is?
Is that a sexual position? Sounds like it.
There's one of those at the Timberline Park, but
these are only open during the summer in Colorado.
It's like a bobsled.
Yeah, it's like a bobsled, but like anyone can do it. Like, check this shit out. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Target. I will never shop at Target ever because of this ad. Okay, so this one's in Utah, whatever. It's the same fucking thing. Like, everyone can do it. The kids, grandma, grandpa, whoever. You just like ride the fucking ski lift to the top, and they usually charge you per ride or whatever. So you go up to the top. It's like, I mean, back in the day it was like $6. I think it's probably like 20 now. But
See, the Timberline Ski Bowl here, which is by Mount Hood, which is close to that hotel that they filmed part of The Shining In. You just pay for a park pass. Only the bungee jumping and I think and the go karts cost a little bit extra money.
Yeah, that's super fun though. That's always my favorite thing to do with the kids in the summertime is go up to the ski slides and ride them 2 or 3 times, come back down. Not a big deal.
Yeah, the one up here, it's fucking hauls balls. Like, it's fast.
Daniel says, I fell off the Alpine Ski Slide going like full speed. Well, that's the only way you can fall off is if you just never hit the brake. There's like a little handbrake that you pull to slow yourself down or whatever, you know? And if you just never pull the brake because you want to win.
Oh, yeah, I rear-ended the shit out of this kid that was at the bottom and took forever to get off.
Austin Roberts says, what's y'all's thoughts on the new AWB in the house? A lot of people on Reddit seem to be freaking out. The assault weapons bound. Yeah, I was talking about this with you before the chat. Have you guys heard about this, Matt?
Yeah, I've heard about it from like 4 Democrats, and I'm not concerned at all. So, like,
well, this is like the sweeping omnibus, like,
yeah, it's the same thing they introduce once a year.
Yeah.
And unlike the last thing that got pushed through, there are literally almost no well, first of all, there are absolutely no Republicans talking about it in the House or the Senate. There is also only like 4 Democrats talking about it, which means most Democrats don't even want to fucking talk about this. But they introduce this like once a fucking year, and nothing happens. I'm not saying we shouldn't be careful and watch it, but like unlike last time when we had that shit go through, right? Like the reason it was concerning and we were talking about it is because, well, Republicans were starting to talk about it. That's when you need to be concerned. Okay, this is not even if somehow every single Democrat voted for it, which probably isn't going to happen, and it got sent to the Senate, it will never pass the Senate. So this is not something I'm very concerned with at the moment.
Well, let's hear what they want to do anyway, right? So it would make it unlawful for a person to import, sell, manufacture, or transfer the following. All semi-automatic rifles that can accept a detachable magazine and have at least one of the following military features: a pistol grip, a forward grip, folding, telescoping, or detachable stock, grenade launcher, barrel shroud, threaded barrel. All semi-automatic rifles that have fixed magazines with capacity to accept more than 10 rounds. Bump fire stocks of any part, combination of parts, components, device, attachment, or accessories that is designed or functions to accelerate the rate of fire.
Not already banned?
Yeah, not like the FRT trigger or the Echo triggers or anything like that.
It called out stocks, right?
Well, they reversed the bump stock ban. You remember that? They reversed.
Oh no, I did not hear that.
Yeah, they got rid of that. They fucking threw it out. Unfortunately, everyone who made bump stocks and sold bump stocks already stopped making and selling them. So it's not like it makes a difference. Just if you happen to have owned one pre-fucking ban or whatever and never threw it away, even though they told you to, well, now you're good, I guess. All semi-automatic.
Sorry.
No, you're good. All semi-automatic pistols that can accept detachable magazines and have at least one of the following military features: threaded barrel, second pistol grip, barrel shroud, capacity to accept a detachable magazine at some location outside of the pistol grip, semi-automatic versions of a automatic firearm. All semi-automatic shotguns that have at least one of the following: folding, telescoping, or detaching stock, pistol grip, fixed magazine, capacity more than 5, ability to accept detachable magazine, forward grip, grenade launcher. Again, I'm really concerned about that. Shotguns with a revolving cylinder, high-capacity feeding devices, magazines, strips, drums, capable of accepting more than 10 rounds. Would allow for the sale or transfer or possession would allow for the sale, transfer, or possession of assault weapons and large-capacity ammunition feeding devices lawfully possessed on the date of enactment of this assault weapons ban of 2021. So grandfather law specifies that its restrictions do not apply to antique firearms, manually operated firearms, and more than 2,000 specific models of hunting and sporting firearms.
So if you have a Glock 17 and it can accept a suppressor, that would be an assault weapon now?
Yep. If it holds more than 10 rounds and it has a threaded barrel, banned. If it has a second grip, banned. If it has a barrel shroud, banned. If it
You
can
understand
take
this is the exact same thing. This is what they already have in California. This is what we had in the 94 Soul Open. This, other than adding things like, bump stocks or whatever other bullshit they've added to it. They probably have ghost guns in there too, because those are the two new things. This is the same thing that's been introduced every year since 1994.
Yeah, this is like the same law in Chicago right now.
Dino says a judge ruled against the ATF for the bump stock ban, but I think the ATF came out and publicly said after they lost, they don't care and will enforce it anyways. I mean, maybe that's why you don't see any fucking bump stocks dying for sale. Sorry, I died right there. I don't know, man. I was never a big fan of the bump stocks anyway. The second they come after fucking echo triggers and binary triggers and shit, I'm going to be kind of upset. Okay, this is the bike I want. The 2021 or 2022 Honda CRF 300L Rally. It's basically a fucking dirt bike that's street legal. They go top speed of like 85 miles an hour. So you can take them on the highway, you know, like you don't want to like long runs on the highway. But these things can go anywhere, dude. They're fucking great. I really want one. Too bad they're like $7,000 or whatever. Oh, well. Wait till they're used. Are you ever going to get a bike, Matt?
Yeah, you got money? You let me borrow some money for, I don't know, 6 months or so?
Here's Matt when he gets his bike.
Bitch, I've been riding a motorcycle longer than you. Don't even fucking play. I had my first motorcycle when you were like 14.
Yeah, so did I.
Yes, but I actually owned and rode mine all the time. It wasn't like something that I had some fun on. I was riding bikes. First time I rode a motorcycle by myself, I was, I think, 11.
6.
First of all, what is that thing in the ground? That hole.
It's like an oil change bay, is what it looks like. It's like when, you know, like you drive the car over, and then, dude, you can walk down underneath here and do stuff with the car, and it keeps driving.
Huh.
Yeah, that's totally what it is.
I never seen that.
You don't have a car, do you?
No.
Yeah, if you've ever taken your car into like Grease Monkey or Midas or like any of those like oil change places, they all have this shit in them.
But that's like a regular gas station, don't it?
No, because there's like tools and shit over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like oil stuff. Yeah, this is totally a fucking oil change, babe. It's a Hunan Hootenanny says, my wife made me give my daughter her closet back, so I had to move half of my ammo and my gear, so that killed the afternoon. That sucks. Well, I mean, you know, you don't want your daughter fucking with your shit anyway, right? Like it's in her closet, and you come back and everything's all disorganized, and she's taking all like the 9mm bullets out and like the 357 Magnum bullets out, and like place them all around the room in like some sort of a battlefield scenario. Oh wait, that was when I was a kid. I did that shit with my baseball cards. I'd have like a baseball card battle because like half of the pictures they're holding a baseball bat, so you know, kind of works in a way.
I couldn't afford army men.
Oh no, like they're way cheaper than army men.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
I'm a slut? What?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
That cat was not having it. Smoke says, "What about the two guys who just died from a bike projectiled at them?" I don't know what you're talking about. Joey Savoy says, "Check out the link I just posted on Discord ATF over the top." All right. TTAG contributor. Anatomy of an FBI terrorism sting convicting a former 911 operator of National Firearms Act felony. Jiminese is here. Hey, I think I sent you a link too there, Jiminese. Let me double check. Did I not send you one?
You racist.
Did I miss the taco? I must have missed the taco. Nope, Adam Jimenez. I missed the taco. You're right. Oh, well, hold on.
No, tacos are the same, Honda.
Unless they're breakfast tacos.
You know, this is Adam Jimenez. Your name and your whatever you call your fucking picture there of the taco is pathetic. It's like you knew before things happened. Yeah, this is the other bike I was looking at though. KLR 650. Like, these things are great. They'll go anywhere. Cruise at 75 all fucking day. And this one's only like $4,000.
I need one with a sidecar and a minigun so I could be Mr. Grimm.
I don't know if they make sidecars for KLRs. That'd be kind of cool. Like an off-road KLR with a sidecar that's got like off-road suspension on the fucking sidecar so you can like hit jumps and shit. You put like a little minigun in the side.
That's right, and shoot skulls.
What flavor of taco are you?
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
That's a good solid taco.
That is
a
a
good
good
one.
solid taco.
I love some sausage, egg, and cheese. Sometimes I like it on corn. Sometimes I like it on flour. Just depends.
See, man, I can't do fucking corn tacos. It's just
What?
unless it's barbacoa.
What?
Yeah, unless it's barbacoa.
Well, you're
I
clearly
can't-
not Mexican, so you know.
I might even do a street taco.
Did I just hear no corn tortillas?
Yes.
That is what Adam just said. Yes.
Corn tortillas are meant for like people who don't know good tortillas. Hence you two.
Excuse me?
The fuck are you talking about?
What?
You heard me.
Okay, I always thought corn tortillas were gross growing up, but that's because my mom didn't know how to like make them. You know, like we'd have tacos, and she just put stuff on the tortilla and then give
like
it
just dry without doing anything to it.
yeah, without cooking it.
Oh,
Without,
that's
and it was like,
nasty. Yeah.
that's gross.
Well,
No,
I mean, specifically, corn tortilla is a staple of any Mexico over
Now,
there.
even
because-
more important than flour tortillas.
Exactly.
Corn
Like-
tortillas are they're a staple. And on top of that, even more so than you need to on flour tortillas, you need
flour
to fucking,
tortillas are
you need to cook or warm up or do something to a flour tortilla. You don't just put a fucking dry ass
Nah, you
flour tortilla with some shit on it. That's
gotta
no.
put that shit on the burger.
Like
Okay,
you can
well, I
take
mean-
you can take some flour tortillas that have just been sitting around where you don't have to really do anything to them. I mean, they taste better if you warm them up and stuff, toast them a little bit, whatever. But whatever. But fucking flour, you gotta. I like to throw that shit like with a little bit of butter in the pan, and just like warm it up on both sides and a little bit of butter. Good.
Damn, this girl got fucked up by a dog. Look at that. Like bit her fucking nose off almost.
My sister almost died, ripped her throat out.
Yeah, there's a chick at my work. She was taking care of another girl at my work's dog while she was away on vacation. and she took it for a walk, and another dog, like a stray dog, came up and like got in a fight with the dog that she was walking, and she tried to get between the dogs like an idiot, you know, when they're fighting, and she had like a whole chunk of her face fucking chunked out and sewed back on.
Had to have 96 stitches.
I had to have plastic surgery on my face because I was mauled when I was 10 years old by a dog, and it almost ripped my nose and top lip off.
Is that the excuse your parents gave you for needing plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my top lip was separated from my nose,
Wait,
probably a good half
what?
inch, and I had a hole completely through my top lip.
Damn.
That was not a state record.
Yeah, I
What
know.
the fuck?
Maybe for like a 9-year-old.
What the fuck is that?
It's a bench press.
Yeah, no, I get that, but that's like 2 10-pound weights on a 40-pound bar. What the fuck is that? What? How is it? Who's even bothering to record this shit? This is a joke. This is clearly a fucking joke. This is not.
Great.
That's clearly a joke. Either that, or there's something special about this kid, and they wanted to make him feel good.
No, it's jolly.
Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's something special.
But, I mean, what's the thing, right? Like,
Special in air quotes.
there's
Good
got
job,
to be
Daniel. Good job, Daniel.
there ain't no title to this or nothing besides just state record.
It's either a joke or there's something up with that kid, and they're trying
Since
to.
he
make
only
him
did
feel
one,
good.
I guess that's his max too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, but he did it.
It was made out of like some unattainium. Those actually weigh like 3 tons each. Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
Was it collected on a planet named Pandora, and they had to fight some Smurfs to get that shit?
And some ferngullies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a bat played by Robin Williams that tried to help the Smurfs.
You know what I bet it is? I bet this is the guy who posted it, right? Like this ripped ass dude in his picture.
Mhm.
I bet this is his son. And so he's like, yeah, for Thomas, my son, you know, I bet he's just like
special,
encouraging his special ed child.
My fucking 13-year-old girl could lift that shit.
Matt, why you being so negative? Gosh.
Dude, my 1 year when he was 1, he lifted a 10-pound medicine ball and threw it like 5 feet. He's fucking 1.
When my son was like 1.5, he threw a toy because he was frustrated and broke the sliding glass window in the apartment that I lived
Nice.
at. Yeah.
Get that man
Right.
into baseball.
And
Hey,
I told him what happened. They didn't believe me.
And this is why kids need hormone blockers.
But just on a completely separate note, you know, there are some parents who blame their children for things they do in a
That they
drunken
did when they
rage.
were drunk. Or fucked up on something.
Oh, does it start with an H? The name of this parent?
Oh, I don't know. It was just a random fucking.
Texas for the win. I see your flag up there.
No, the fucking thing on the 18-wheeler beneath. How's the world's shortest food?
Now, Matt, how many Texas
Right
flags
underneath
do
it.
you get
That's hilarious.
displaying all over your house?
One.
Yeah.
One Texas flag, one American flag.
Same here.
Is that
Right.
Texas enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
I even have a Texas.
Well, now
flag.
we
Not
do
even
have a
Texas.
fucking thing. There's a, one of those tin fucking. It looks like they cut it out of a fucking tin fence or a piece of tin or something. You know, it's the corrugated, not corrugated, but the wavy tin sign. There's one that's the shape of Texas, and it's the Texas. You know, it's colors of the Texas flag that we've got hanging up. That's not an actual flag,
Nah.
but that's hanging up outside the front door.
I have a Texas flag, even though I wish I was in Texas.
How many of us would actually
Because Texas
fail,
is the greatest
like,
country in the
first-
world.
Well, I mean, compared to California, I want to go to Texas, please.
I
I
think
wanna
all of
be-
us would just fail that challenge, whatever the hell that was.
It's like musical chairs, but
Did
Wait,
that rock
actually-
just come? Like,
looks
what the
like
fuck
that.
was that?
What?
That's a sea cucumber.
What the hell?
it It likes penetrating itself.
Oh yeah, look at it. It just like, oh, here it comes.
The Guagalac vagina has razor sharp teeth. Should we really have sex with that?
Yes.
Let's be honest, dude. If a chick had teeth inside of her vagina, dudes would still try to fuck.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
There'd be
Just
a lot
gotta
of
get that
ass
extra-
rape. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there'd be other things going. Well, I mean, they'll give you blowjobs, right?
I mean,
there's teeth there too, so maybe they can control the teeth. That's
Right. It's just a bitch who bites down.
Real quick, somebody's talking about pineapple on pizza in the chat, and
That's disgusting.
I'm to quote Samuel Jackson. If you like pineapple on pizza, I hope you burn in hell. Because fuck you and your pineapple pizza.
well, it's TC, so
Why is it that y'all?
Oh,
have so much
TC's
hate?
not the only one talking about it. There's a whole bunch of people talking about that shit in the chat.
Pineapple on pizza is an abomination. That's coming from an
But
abomination.
why?
Because it is. First of all, pineapple ain't that great by itself.
I mean,
Have you
Shit.
had
eh,
I
pineapple?
disagree.
Pineapple
Yeah.
flavor is okay. Have you ever
Matt,
just sat there and chewed on a chunk of fucking fibrous pineapple? Like,
Have you
Yeah.
pineapple
have you
was
ever
a
had a
necessity.
pineapple? Have you had pineapple while in Hawaii?
Not while in Hawaii. No.
I don't like pineapple
Why-
either, but actually from the island, it's fucking good.
Well, because
So,
the
yeah.
pineapple that you eat in Hawaii is actually like ripe pineapple. The pineapple that you buy at the store is ripe enough to be sweet, but like not ripe enough to the point where they can still ship it without it.
Yeah, and what the fuck you think Domino's is putting on your pizza? That fresh
Right.
Hawaiian shit?
No,
No.
I don't like. I,
Shit.
salami and pepperoni. That's all I need.
Y'all ever had grilled pineapple?
I have actually.
I have.
And I will say,
good stuff.
flavor-wise, it does make it a little sweeter. And I will say the texture actually does get better with grilling. The texture, it softens up a bit and isn't as fibrous and chewy. But
Yeah.
still, there's still like 500 other fruits I'd rather fucking have than pineapple.
So
That
I'm
was the
guessing
thing,
you don't
right?
put pineapple on your ham.
I
No.
don't mind pineapple
No.
on pizza. However,
Now, if you're
put-
talking about cooking ham with pineapple to
Yeah,
flavor it,
that's pretty
sure, yeah, that's fine. Again, the pineapple flavor is not bad. I don't mind pineapple flavored shit, but
You have a Red
pineapple
Robin's in
itself
your area?
is not good.
no, we have no Red Robins here.
Okay, they do a burger called Bonsai Burger. It's a teriyaki
Red
burger
Robin.
with pineapple. It's pretty good.
Dude, you can
I
take
can't stand.
I wonder if there's people who put grapefruit on pizza.
Never heard of it.
That
but
sounds
you,
terrible.
you should
That
go ahead and
sounds
try
awful.
it.
Yeah.
You should go ahead and
do
try
that.
it.
I don't even like fucking grapefruit. Like, what,
I don't like grapefruit either.
Did you ever hear the story? I don't remember the rapper's name, but there was some famous rapper who went out to eat at a restaurant.
Big homie Peen.
And yep, that's his name. And he was looking at the menu and he sees grapefruit juice for a drink. So he says to himself something like, that sounds good. I would like some grapefruit juice, please. So the waiter goes and gets him a glass of grapefruit juice and brings it back. And he's all mad because it's not purple.
I think that was 50 Cent. I'm not sure.
Was
This
it?
sounds like the
I-
beginnings of a racist joke. I'm just saying.
No,
Purple
well, he
drink.
was
No,
mad
it
because-
actually happened. Yeah.
He was mad because he didn't understand that grapefruit is different than grape, which is a fruit.
Well, that just
Oh,
speaks to
50.
our fucking school system here in the United States more than
He
anything
should have said
else.
purple drink. I need some purple drink.
purple drink.
Oh, TC
Yeah.
says it
It's
was
purple.
50
It's
cents.
delicious.
Yeah.
It was 50 cents.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. See, that's why waiters are annoyed. You're just like, dude, fuck you.
Well, because there's no IQ test to go to a restaurant. So
No, there's not.
So you never know who the fuck you're going to deal with. They could be the smartest motherfucker in the world or the dumbest motherfucker in the world. They can be the nicest motherfucker in the world or the biggest asshole in the world.
My
And
wife
there's no
hates
prerequisites.
going out to dinner with my mom because she's the fucking worst. We were at this burger place, and she ordered this burger because it had Canadian bacon. She gets her burger. There's no Canadian bacon on it because it was candied bacon. She made a fucking huge stink, got us kicked out of there. I was like, Mom, you fucking idiot.
Wait, did it say candied bacon and she thought it was Canadian?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
This isn't Canadian bacon. First of all, can we just all agree Canadian bacon isn't fucking bacon? It's just a slab of ham.
Yeah.
Which is
it's
fine. There's
not
nothing wrong.
bacon.
I like ham as much as the next guy. That's not fucking bacon. Like, who decided to call that shit bacon? I don't know, but it's not
Some
bacon.
American asshole, because they just call it bacon or ham up there.
Yeah, if you just call it fucking ham, it's like, oh, fine, yeah. Would you like some ham on your pizza? No, thank you, but appreciate it. You know. Would you like some Canadian bacon on your pizza? Ooh, Canadian bacon? Sure, I'll try it. Oh, wait, this is just little square chunks of fucking ham. Why am I eating this shit?
Canadians don't call ham Canadian bacon.
No.
Apparently, they call it back bacon, according to Google's.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So somebody here just decided they want. So first of all, here's my theory. Okay, is that because by and large ham is cheap, and has been for a very long time, and the way you sell cheap meats is by calling it something that sounds good, like, ooh, would you like some Canadian bacon? Because if you say, ooh, do you just want some ham on your pizza or wherever, on your burger, on your this, on your that? No, I don't want ham on my other shit. Thank you. If I wanted that, I would just get some ham or ham sandwich or a fucking pork chop or whatever the fuck it is. I don't want your bullshit pig ham chunks on my other food. No, well, but if you call it Canadian bacon, people are like, ooh. It's just, dude, go fucking put some. Spam tastes better on pizza than fucking Canadian bacon does.
I mean, Spam tastes delicious.
And I'm not a huge fan of Spam on pizza, but if like you handed me some pizza that like some had some fucking Canadian bacon, which is just ham, and some had some of those, because I've had pizza before where they put in addition to like pepperoni and other stuff, and instead of Canadian bacon, they put little, they fry up little squares of Spam. You know what I mean? And you fry them up, and then they put that on there like a topping. That's way better than fucking Canadian bacon.
Dude, have you ever had Spam sushi?
No.
So they take they just open the can and cut like a slice off or whatever, fry it on both sides so you get a good color on it or whatever, and then you take like a square of rice, put the Spam on top, and then you wrap it in the seaweed and put regular sushi toppings like soy sauce and wasabi and shit like that on it. Oh my god, it's pretty fucking good.
Now I've had Spam and rice. So
yeah,
I feel like that's pretty much the same
basically
thing.
that with a twist. It's just that with a twist. It's all it is.
Yeah, I've had Spam and rice before. It's good. I like
Hawaiians.
Spam.
That's a meal in Hawaii.
Right. I mean, it's not something I eat a lot of, but like I like to have it on occasion. It's like on occasion I'll have some Spam and eggs or some. You know what I mean? Like throw a little bit in there and.
I don't like it. Flavor. I can't eat it.
There's this Hawaiian poke place, Poke place. It's pretty fucking good.
No, I completely get why some people don't like Spam. I get it. It's very salty, and you know what I mean. Like it's
horrible taste.
Fucking thing. I mean, it's not. I get it, but I actually kind of like it. But in very specific scenarios.
My daughter loves
some people
it.
that make a fucking Spam sandwich with a big fucking fat ass slab of. I don't get that shit. If it's like an add-on to something else, whether it be rice, or I don't mind a little bit in some eggs or something like that, then I'm fine with it. If it's like the point of the meal, fuck no. I don't like just a chunk of fucking Spam.
Just abomination sandwiches that I didn't get to try, but I wanted to because it sounded fucking delicious. It's that shit that it was either Popeyes or KFC, but it had 2 chicken breasts as your buns.
Yeah, just KFC.
Yeah, it's KFC. That's good.
Never tried that shit. Was it good?
Well, I never did.
Why wouldn't it be? It's just more meat.
It's just chicken. I mean, fucking, with some sauce. I think it had some kind of spicy ranch sauce or something. I can't remember what the fucking sauce was.
It had a stupid name for it, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what the fucking name was. I'll tell you one thing I did like was that fucking chicken chalupa taco, fucking whatever the fuck it was called. I don't remember what the fuck it was. Where it was just the naked chicken taco.
Oh yeah,
that thing was really fucking good. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a gimmick and it was going to just taste like processed chicken nuggets or something. but it was like a real piece of chicken that had been deep fried after probably they pounded the fucking shit out of it to flatten it. And then they just kind of fold it up into a taco, deep fry it, and then they put the toppings in the fucking chicken, and it was good. It was like a chicken taco without the fucking tortilla.
How about the burger with the glazed donut as buns?
Oh yeah.
I've never tried one. I've wanted to, but I don't like. Nobody around here makes them.
Nah.
So
I have had a donut grilled cheese, and that was fucking amazing.
I've never done grilled
was
cheese with anything like, you know, a sweet with a grilled cheese. I don't know, for some reason, like, and I don't mind sweet and salty and all that shit, right? But for some reason, when you throw cheese into the mix with sweet, I that doesn't sound good to me.
Well, you're the one who likes to dunk your chicken in your fucking frosty.
Yeah, but that's not cheese.
Wait,
I didn't dip cheese in my fucking
chicken
frosty.
nuggets.
Again, I don't mind chicken nuggets in a frosty or milkshake, or French fries in a frosty or milkshake, or whatever the fuck it is.
What?
The salty sweet thing, I don't mind.
What?
Cheese is a
What
whole
the
different
fuck?
fucking level.
Have y'all even tried that shit? That is
No.
Yeah, French fries, yes. Chicken?
Well, chicken nuggets specifically, fried chicken, like deep fried chicken nuggets.
You're just taking
I like to dip my junior bacon into my
talk all the
frosty.
shit you want. A lot of people love it. It's not like I'm some weird one. You're the weird one who's never fucking heard of it until I said something about it. Like, Jesus Christ. It'd be like if you came to me and was like, have you ever heard of this thing called sushi? And I was like, oh, that sounds horrible. I've never heard of that before. And everybody else is like, dumbass, it's sushi. How have you never heard of fucking sushi before?
Midget with carrot cake needs to be banned. That's just the rules. Because he says Whataburger is overrated.
Okay, well, hold on. Time out. Let's have a rational discussion about this. Whataburger's delicious. That being said, if you go outside of Texas and you just like the same thing applies to not Five Guys, InNOut. InNOut is way fucking overrated. Like,
I think so too. I think
to the extreme. Like, I'd rather have fucking McDonald's than InNOut. Like,
InNOut in California is better than InNOut outside of California.
well, all I'm saying is every InNOut I've been to in Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma has been way fucking overrated. But I get it. And there's something about the fact that if you go outside of where it's popular, like for some reason, it feels like it's more popular than it might be. Like, okay, everybody in Texas loves Whataburger. Like, Whataburger's great. It's a good place to go. They got good burgers. They cook it fresh. You can get whatever you want on your fucking burger. It's great. Is it the best burger in the world? No. Is it a really good fast food burger? Yeah. But like, I think when you go outside of Texas, that love for Whataburger gets like exaggerated to the point that people have such high hopes that when they finally try it, they're like, oh. And then to
well, hold on.
go against
try
the high hopes that they had, then they have to talk shit about it. When the fact of the matter is, it's a pretty damn good fast food burger. It's better than Burger King. It's better than McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's fucking hella better than InNOut. You know, is it the best fast food burger around? I don't know. I've not tried all the best fast food burger I've ever had was at fucking Fat Burgers. That shit was fucking delicious.
So as a Californian,
but they always tried like Whataburger the number one or like the number two. Like, no, dude, you got to make it your own. You got to get what you want on there.
Do you guys?
That is a mistake that people make. Is they're like, well, I'll just get it the way it comes. Well, get it the way you want it. That's part of the beauty of Whataburger is it's made fresh. There's never any burgers or anything just sitting around. They make it fresh when you order it exactly how you fucking want it.
So as a Californian, I eat a lot of InNOut and I ate Whataburger before.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather choose Whataburger than InNOut.
I think Whataburger is definitely better than InNOut. I'm not just saying that because I'm from Texas. I think it's genuinely a better burger.
I'm from California and InNOut is like king here. So I like InNOut, but when I ate Whataburger, it just tasted differently than InNOut for just the simple fact that like Whataburger tasted like something if I went into a mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
Versus InNOut is like
I don't know that.
I think InNOut tastes
mom
like
and pop
Wendy's.
shops have the best burgers. Yeah,
I think Wendy's tastes better than InNOut. I'd rather go to Wendy's than InNOut.
Yeah.
Now the best burger I've had, it was in El Paso. I went there for work. You have to drive down into the hood, go to a fucking house that is an actual like it's a fucking house, man. You walk up steps, it's a house, but it's a fucking restaurant in there, and they have like 4 things on the menu: a cheeseburger, a regular burger, a double meat cheeseburger, and a regular.
Yeah, but that stuff doesn't count because like you can't compare that to fast food. Like there's no fast food that will beat places like that.
No,
Right.
not at
You know
all.
what I mean?
But I'm just saying it was the best burger ever.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what to avoid: Checkers and O'Reilly's. Right.
I've never had
O'Reilly's.
Checkers or O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly's.
I
The
usually go
oil
to
change
O'Reilly's
place?
to get like
No, I mean
fucking
Riley's.
oil and filters.
Not
and shit.
O'Reilly's. Riley's.
I didn't know they served burgers.
Good batteries, but terrible burgers.
Not O'Reilly. Riley's.
I came
and
for a
Checkers.
torque wrench. I left with a cheeseburger. What the fuck is this?
Riley's. I've never even heard of Riley's.
Now, you know what else is probably better than?
I've heard of Checkers. I've never heard of Riley's.
Oh, it's the same company.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Just different names.
I will say though, really good burger that to me is better than Whataburger or InNOut
Carl's Jr.
is no, I fucking hate Carl's Jr.
What?
Fuck
Really?
Carl's Jr. and their fucking sister store or whatever the fuck that
I don't know. It was the
Hardee's fucking bullshit.
Hardee's, yeah.
Worst fucking fast food burger. And I've tried it a couple times. I was like, well, maybe it was just bad the first time. So
See,
in
the
a
one-
completely different fucking city at like 2 years later, tried it again. Fries are horrible. Onion rings are horrible. Their chicken fucking sucks. Their burgers taste like asshole. Okay.
So not up here.
Fuck that place. Hardee's and fucking Carl's Jr. sucks ass. It's like the worst. I can't think of a worse place to get a fucking fast food burger.
I
It's
can't.
the worst
I
fast
agree.
food burger I've ever had.
I agree with you with it down in the south. For some reason, it sucks. But
So
up here
fucking
in north,
horrible.
it's fucking
Riley's, not
good.
Riley's.
I don't know what the fuck
said
they
it.
do. I don't know, but I'm just saying the worst fast food burgers I've ever had twice that I've gone. It was both times. It was at fucking Carl's Jr. at 2 different times, 2 years apart, 2 completely different cities, about fucking 7 hours away from each other. Like, and both times, everything on the menu that I tried fucking sucked.
I've had it in 5 different states, all in the south. It's terrible. Yeah, their food blows, but the ones up here are fucking good. So I don't know what they do different.
Dude, one
I'll
time
say better than. Go ahead. It is your show, even though I'm just trying to finish my thought from 2 minutes ago before I got interrupted about fucking Carl's Jr. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Carl's Jr. is the one place that I've eaten where I've consistently gotten mud butt like several hours after eating it, like really bad. And it's not just like mud butt that you just like, oh god, that was a nasty shit. Like painful fucking bowel movement mud butt that like
The kind that makes you question if you want to go on.
Right, the kind that reminds you later when you're hungry and like you see the sign for Carl's Jr. and you're like, Carl's, no, fuck that shit. No way, dude.
Yeah. My top 3 so far, my top 3 fast food burgers are number 1 Fat Burger, number 2 Brahms, and number 3 is Five Guys. I think Five Guys is great. They're fucking too expensive, so I almost never go there. And the closest one to me is 45 minutes away. But I've never, ever, ever been disappointed. Their fries are delicious. Their milkshakes, their fucking hot dogs, and their burgers are fucking perfect.
And
Up
But
here,
they're
their
just
burgers are
too
greasy.
fucking expensive. They're
And
just
don't forget
too
about the free
expensive to go there
peanuts.
regularly.
Dude,
And the
Smash
free
Burger
peanuts.
is better than Five Guys, in my opinion.
I've never had my wife has had a smash burger, and she says Five Guys is better.
Well, she's wrong. It's a little bit more expensive, and your burger isn't like the
There's
size.
no way it's more expensive than fucking Five Guys.
Oh, it's comparable. Maybe
I
a
paid
little
for
bit
the
more.
fucking. I paid for the smash burger. I've seen how much my wife spent for a combo at Smash Burger, and it was half of what I'll spend at a combo on Five Guys.
Well,
Right.
I guess I don't know. I thought it was
Five
more,
Guys.
but maybe it's the same.
Smash Burgers is like on par with
The
all the
burgers-
other fast food places, Whataburger and everywhere else, for like $9 for a fucking $9 to $10
Burger's
for a
better.
combo. Whereas
No,
Five Guys is like $16.99 for a fucking combo.
Smash
Shit.
Burger is better.
How about
quality.
1820?
Smash
downtown
Burger is goddamn
Chicago?
better fucking quality though. I'm telling you, like
Well, I've never tried it myself.
you
so.
need to try it, dude. Like if you're
I mean, if I ever get a chance to, my wife has. I haven't ever had a chance to.
So, what about like places like Fuddruckers and Wallbangers? Where do they lie?
Fuddruckers, I've been to a couple times, and I mean they were fine. I don't remember disliking any. I don't even remember what I fucking got there. I think one of the times I did have a burger, but I don't remember being offended by it. I'm sure it was a good burger.
It wasn't
memorable.
Happy for that.
So
we're like A&W or Baskin Robbins.
This wasn't fast.
Baskin Robbins has
burgers.
Yeah, I don't think they have burgers at Baskin Robbins.
Hey man,
not Baskin Robbins. I'm sorry, I meant what's the other one? Dairy Queen. My bad.
Dairy Queen. Oh, Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I think this could be a bracket.
Dairy Queen's okay.
I only like
their
the
burgers are
flamethrower.
surprisingly good. You wouldn't think so until you try one. You're like
they're
you
like
think
wannabe fucking Whataburger,
boned it in burger or whatever, but it's actually pretty good.
Okay,
Dairy
so
Queen
I
down
don't get the
here
burgers.
in Texas is basically like, oh, we want to be Whataburger because their burgers taste really, really close to Whataburgers. They use the same types of onions. They overdo the mustard just like Whataburger does. They cook the burgers the exact same way. They feel like they want to be Whataburger, but it's just not good enough. It's almost there. Not even. No, it's not that it's almost there. It's that.
Matt, did you ever do a burger bracket?
Yes.
Yes, we have
Okay.
before.
We did. Yeah.
Now I will
Number
give it.
one.
Dairy Queen has the steak finger and chicken finger game on lock, and their gravy is fucking amazing. But like their burgers kind of suck.
I only like the flamethrower. That's it.
I used to think that other countries hated us because of American imperialism, but I think they hate us because of pictures like this.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a picture of two sexy women. So what are you talking about?
What?
I
Huh?
guess I don't know.
What?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anything. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I derailed the burger discussion. My bad.
Now, this is not fast food burger, but if anyone is ever in Las Vegas and you want the burger, as unsurprising as it is, go to Gordon Ramsay's place, Burger.
It's good food.
Literally the best hamburger I have ever had in my life.
He
They
eats,
actually
like,
know
short
how to cook a
ribs
burger
and-
when you say medium or medium well. Whatever your choice is for a burger, that's what you actually get. Best piece of hamburger meat I've ever had in my life.
And let me just save you the time here. Do not order Mr. Beast's burger. They fucking suck.
You know why the rest of the world hates us?
Why?
They hate us because they ain't us.
Oh, there you go.
That's why. It's jealousy.
Because
Fuck the rest of the world.
Because of our anus?
Shut the fuck up. God.
Then you bite and gauge.
They don't like us because of our anuses?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I don't understand.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
That's what you want to believe, Matt.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's what I believe. Yeah.
So
Slim anus.
Yeah,
E Honda,
exactly.
you need
Slim
to get
anus
you,
indeed. Yeah.
You need to get you a 3090 like right now.
3090?
Yeah,
Why?
it's only $1,200.
Yeah, no, I'm cool on that, dude. Okay, well, here's the thing. Out of all of the games and all of the shit that I've used my computer for since buying it, I've got this little program called NZXT, which lets you monitor your software or your hardware to see how it's playing with your software, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've ever gotten above like 70 or 80% on the GPU.
Oh, that's nice. You play at 1080p, don't you?
No, I do 2K.
1440.
Yep.
At 1440.
Nerd!
Yes, we are.
Words.
Jesus Christ.
He's just mad that we rule the world.
He's just mad because he bought the Night Strike computer.
Oh,
No, y'all just mad because I spent like 1/10 of what y'all did in y'all's fucking computers, and I still play all the same fucking games. That's what
yeah,
y'all
but they
fucking
don't look
pissed
as
off
pretty.
about. And it still fucking works. And I've had my computer longer. And yeah,
No, we've had
that's
you,
okay.
No,
you got
I've had
one,
my
like,
computer longer.
right before mine. Like,
Dude, I got
mine.
mine 2 months before Christmas of 2018.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had mine
You
before.
built your computer in fucking for Christmas of 2019 for you and your kids. It was right before fucking COVID happened.
Me or
No,
Honda?
not you, Honda.
Oh,
I thought
you didn't even
got
start
yours,
building yours till a year after I got mine.
No, you got yours like right before mine.
No, I did not, dude.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You don't have to
I
yell.
bought it in
about
October of 2018.
God, I thought we were friends, and you could just
I mean that's why I remember shit about when you built your fucking computer.
And then let me finish a sentence about you yelling at me. I mean, God.
I got my computer for free.
Well, fuck you.
Fucking goddamn Infernus wins. All right, you know what?
Always got to flex.
Now that's cheap labor right there. You got a banana, you got an employee.
Just like his trip to Hawaii, had to flex with that trip, huh?
Yeah, look at his face every time he breaks one. He's like,
I'm so strong. How long do you think he'd sit there working on that before someone stopped him?
I don't know. Does he like know that he's going to eat him at the end, or is he just breaking them because it's fun?
He's working for his banana, man.
Muckatui.
He's got kids to feed.
Hit the left button.
It's a monkey bang.
Okay, he eats it at the end. See, he knows. He's wearing a diaper too. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I guess if you have a monkey in your house, you'd probably want a diaper on him too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
But then again, if
Huge
you have a
cocks.
monkey with a diaper, like it's not much difference than like having a toddler, you know, like running around breaking shit, shitting in his fucking diaper.
I don't know. A toddler can't rip your face off in the middle of the night if they get pissed off at you.
I mean, I feel like they could if they really wanted to, but the difference between them and a monkey is the monkey's gonna like actually jump up onto your bed. The toddler's gonna have a problem.
You know, what'd be cool as hell to have is one of those fucking sugar gliders. Those things just look badass. Seem like they'd be a lot of fun.
Do you have a crush on this chick, Kate Bush, back in the day?
Dude, I didn't even know who the fuck she was until Stranger Things came out like fucking 4 weeks ago, okay? I had never heard of fucking Kate Bush before that song made it big on Stranger Things.
I listened to that song twice a day. Don't ask me why.
My wife told me that when Stranger, I don't know if it's true, but when Stranger 4 Things released, that song jumped to the top of the charts and
it did, yeah.
And there since then.
Yeah, it did.
Well, it's funny. It never hit the top of the charts when it came out in like 1984 or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, again, because it was. I guess it was a mild kind of pop hit in Britain, but like, I never fucking heard of it.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I'd never heard of fucking Kate Bush or any of that shit until fucking Stranger Things came out. So
that
apparently some people had. So good for them. Good for her for finally getting some fucking. You know, I mean, it is a good song. I just never fucking heard it before.
Is she even still alive?
Yeah, she is.
I think so. Yeah,
she's in her like early 60s. I think she was like 22 or something when that song came out.
It just goes to show how important music is in movies and television. You can make or break a show with good or bad music.
It's true.
The gun debate is over. Let's fix the fatherless, faithless culture drugging our boys.
What?
She's saying keep families together and let them go to church.
Yep.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Does anybody have that not really anti-gun, but not a huge fan of guns either friend that's on the other side of the argument, so to speak, that you can have a calm discussion about?
No.
And no matter how much you disagree at the end, you can still start joking around and being friends at the end?
Everybody I know, with the exception of, honestly, swear to God, my mother, who's just kind of in the middle, but she doesn't, and she will freely admit she doesn't know anywhere near enough about any of this shit to have an opinion. You know what I mean? She's
That's
not
fair.
pro-gun, anti-gun. She's just like, I don't know about it. She's like, I don't know nothing about guns. She's like, all I know is you like guns, and you've told me why you like guns, and I trust you, so I trust you with guns. So, but other than that, she doesn't have a fucking opinion on it. Everybody else I know has very strong opinions on it. But of course, most of the people I know are pro-gun, just because that's, you know, most of who.
Right.
And I live in Texas, so chances are you're going to meet more pro-gun people than fucking anti-gun people. So, but I know a couple.
This guy's playing a goddamn truck simulator game right now.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, you might as well just fucking drive a truck and make some money. Like, like seriously.
Big wheel truckers.
There's so many weird simulator things out there now. Like I was looking for a new PS4 game to play the other day, and it's like lawnmower simulator. I'm like, who the fuck is playing this?
There's candy.
Lawnmower simulator is actually fun.
I'd have to I've never even played it, and
I
I
have
think
no
I'd have
idea.
to disagree.
Dude, they've got a build your own PC simulator where like you get to
That's
like
a fun game too.
take the different components and put them together and then run like a speed test to see how many calculations per minute it could do if you built that computer. Oh,
Yep.
you plugged in the thing wrong. You got an error code. Got to fix it now. Like, fuck you, dude.
And they got VR porn.
Yeah.
I mean,
We went from mowing lawns to porn.
That's the end game, really, all the time.
How good is the VR porn in Furnace?
What the fuck is that?
it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Is that a gopher?
Yeah, it looks like a groundhog doing yoga.
That's
Downward
All right.
dog.
He's playing Dead for Nuts.
He saw his shadow. It's Punxsutawney Phil.
It's still a big rat to me.
so okay. When they go look at the the shadow or whatever, how many times has that groundhog or whatever the fuck it is died and they picked a new one?
Oh, it's got to happen all the time.
It's probably
And they
never
never
the
tell
same
anybody
one.
either.
Right?
Like they're on Punxsutawney Phil, like number 75 by now or something.
Right, but I said, so that groundhog probably got to be at least 80 years old.
Well, how long have they been
Same
doing
one.
Groundhog's Day in
I have
America?
no idea.
Apparently,
Find out.
according to the Googles, they live up to 14 years.
Shit. That's a long ass time, if you ask me.
It is a long ass time. It's longer than most average lifespans for dogs these days.
Right.
That's an
Oh
old
shit!
rat.
In 1887.
Wow.
Man.
Okay, so they're on Punxsutawney Phil. I doubt they start him at 0, though, right? They got to be an adult so that you can fool the people into thinking that it was the same Punxsutawney Phil as last time. So they probably got to be like 4 or 5 years old at least, which means you could probably get maybe 10 years out of a Punxsutawney Phil. So we're looking
That's your
at
next gay frog chat. The Groundhog's Conspiracy.
so 1886. You're looking at what 140 years. You're looking at like we're on Punxsutawney Phil number 15 now, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And they just feed it fetuses.
Then all the ones that was murdered by coyotes and wolves.
Power Ranger ice skating.
Would you ever be on one of those shows there, E Honda? Like those
Yeah, like
Japanese
the
game
Japanese
shows?
game shows are fucking hilarious.
They always get fucked up.
Only on
Like,
NCAA
hey, do you want a grand to come on and just get the shit beat out of you and embarrassed for life? No, thank you.
This guy's trying so hard.
He gets hit by the angry dragon.
Well, he is the Red Power Ranger, so he's the leader. He's the strongest. He's going to make it there first.
There's Green
Everybody
Ranger
watch
died. Look at that.
MXC.
Oh,
I just want to see him get to the last step. Yep, there you go.
take everybody out with him. Yep.
See,
there
when
you
the
go.
leader goes down, everyone goes down with him.
Oh, the stock market's looking up.
Is this
What
ice
is the
they're
stairs
climbing on?
made out of?
Yeah. If it's made of ice or something, then they are cold.
Push him.
Oh!
Don't get eliminated.
Oh, Peter Schiff's gonna win because he's the gold guy. Do you guys have any
hear
gold?
how- Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. You guys have any gold?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I need some gold.
Did you guys hear how the Blue Power Ranger on like the original American TV series was endlessly berated on set for being gay?
I heard of something about that.
What
I just know-
the?
Well, yeah, he's the one who lasts the longest.
Like the science guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
No,
Billy.
he's not. Billy didn't last the longest.
Yeah.
The Green Ranger did.
No,
He
Billy
left
stayed on the
multiple
series
times,
longer,
though.
right? Because like when there was different Power Rangers, I think he was still like the guy, like one of the administrator guy or something, doing like what all the others had left.
Let's see here. Jason David Frank is a Green Ranger.
I still remember watching
played the
TV
black,
on a
didn't he?
Saturday and seeing the original announcement for next Saturday, a new television show, The Power Rangers. And I was like, fuck yeah, that looks cool.
I don't know, Matt, you're like a little bit older than me. I was too old for Power Rangers when they
I was
came
too.
out.
I was too, but I still watched.
Like, my youngest son went through a phase where he fucking loved Power Rangers, though. And he had to watch every single different Power Ranger series. And he knew all the different powers that the different Rangers had and, like, their different backstories and, like, everything about them. And, like, he got obsessed with them, dude, for a little while. It was like, dude, you need to, like, go outside or something. Like...
When Stranger Things season 3 came out, what is his name? Billy, the older brother that kind of goes psycho or whatever it is. I was like, where the fuck have I seen this guy before? And my wife's like, are you serious? He's the Red Power Ranger on the Power Rangers movie. I was like, oh, okay.
Smash and grab holds up traffic in San Fran.
Yeah, man, it's getting bad out there.
This is why I never leave my house without carrying, ever. Even if I'm going 3 minutes away to the gas station.
A nice smash and grab while listening to Berlin.
In the Buick.
Take my breath away.
I kicked it.
Did he just kick the fucking movie
Yeah,
He
car?
did. He did.
It looked like he was hurting too. Watch, he broke his toe. Take that.
I don't know. If I'm reaching in a broken window, I might pull my pants up, though.
Why is he wearing a mask? Like,
Because COVID, man. Scary shit.
He doesn't want to be a dick.
You got to protect other people, you know?
boop.
This is the kind of video you put like death metal to and then put it on TikTok.
Oh shit, that dog's fast as fuck.
Zoomies!
Shit. Look at that shit.
I found the new Gonzalez.
It's speedy.
It's speedy.
Oh, by the way,
Chihuahua
Honda,
Gonzalez.
the sock thing that you're doing, I swear it's the best thing that you can do. I've tried everything from the little pencils that they sell on Amazon and at vet stores to cornstarch to all kinds of stuff. And the only thing that I've ever found that actually works is put some cornstarch on it, put a 1 or 2 layers worth of socks on and make the tape just tight enough to where you're not cutting off circulation and just wait. It's like the only thing you can do.
Well, I felt bad because, like, I don't know, she came over and she was fine as long as I was with her, you know, like she'd start trying to lick her paw and I'd be like, no, and then she'd stop and it was fine. But as soon as I turned my back, she's licking it. So I put the fucking cone on her head. And I felt bad because she's walking around with a cone of shame for like 3 fucking days. So, I had to figure something out.
Especially if she's in a house she doesn't know and she's like running into walls and shit. She's like, fuck, I didn't know that wall was there. Fuck, I didn't know that wall was... Fuck, it's a couch. So, yeah, I think that's the best call. It's the best call.
Well, she did live here for a couple of months. So she's at least familiar with the house and stuff. But, yeah, I just felt bad, you know. It's like
Cone of shame sucks.
It was broken and she was healing and then she got it caught on something and it was bleeding like everywhere, you know. God damn it.
How did it happen?
There was another dog that she got in a fight with.
Ugh.
Not exactly sure how it happened, but she ended up with some like cuts on her face and stuff, and her dew claw all fucked up.
Poor puppy.
Yeah, she's cool, man. She's all right. She's pretty
Dogs
sweet.
are tough.
She's
Dogs are
sweet.
tough.
Like that's the one thing about her that I like is she's very lovey and you know she listens and she's smart, so I don't mind her being around. It's like the super energetic dumb dogs that annoy me, you know.
So my dogs. Okay. So don't come over to my house, Honda. Now, one of them's an old man, and he's about as chill as you can get. The other one's a little over 3, and he still zooms around the house like he's 4 months old. I'm like, when are you going to lose this energy? And the answer's never. The answer's never.
Well, I used to have a dog he'd get pissed off at me when I would like leave too long for work, and he'd chew shit up. And like he chewed up my couch. He chewed up like all of my electronics that I had at the time. Like I had like a TV and an Xbox and all the different stuff to go with it. All of it destroyed, 100% destroyed. Like destroyed to the point where he would take DVDs and like chew them up to pieces. Like, what can you do about that? I don't know.
Was he a cattle dog?
Yes, he was.
Okay, that would explain a lot. I have cattle dogs.
Dude, I would buy him like the dog chew toy thing. Like it's like indestructible chew toy for dogs.
He'll destroy it.
This big ass fucking tire with like a giant rope coming out of it or something, you know. And so you can play tug of war. No, he would chew that thing up, eat it, and then poop it out.
They just want you to pretty much to give them a job, and then for them to do it and dedicate their entire life to doing it.
Yeah, a lot of it's OCD behavior. But I feel you on the toys things. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, that's true too.
There's all kinds of reasons why they do it. But I feel you on the toys thing, especially since I have dogs that are raw fed that literally crunch and smash bones on a daily basis. I can get those like 2-inch thick ropes that are tied in multiple, triple, quadrupled over knots. And it's like 10 minutes later, they're in half. I'm like, fuck. Not spending this money on toys anymore.
Would you fuck Chelsea Clinton?
Yes.
For the power?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
For the power.
Can her mom be involved too?
Yeah, I mean,
there's probably
I'll probably Clintonized one day, but
I mean, that's why
just don't say shit. If you just keep your mouth shut, right?
I'm Mexican, dude. I gotta say stuff about everything.
Oh, fuck you, do, don't you?
I gotta have an opinion in everything, man.
I'm pretty sure she's like the same age as me, Chelsea Clinton. She's like 40-ish, give or take.
I'm telling you, there's teeth down there, man.
Yeah, look at those horse teeth, though, man. She needs an apple.
I'm still getting her pregnant.
I'm peeing her butt.
You just took it that one next
Mexican
step.
Clinton babies. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay. You're in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You see Chelsea Clinton in prison as well, but she's knocked out on the floor. Do you spit in her butt?
No.
Why
are you going to leave DNA evidence?
Are we going to get into the hot pocket
No, think about it.
again?
Right? So you spit in her butt, and then the prison's going to have to administer a rape kit on Chelsea Clinton because you spit in her butt in prison. And then they're going to call Bill and Hillary and be like, your daughter had to have a rape kit.
Dude, that's like a formula of being like, magically Epstein.
Yeah.
Like,
comment.
Fast.
like I'm just telling you right now, like someone does that, we're Epstein. Like there's no recording of why you hanged them yourself.
I would protect her.
Dude, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would do
That's how you
anything.
get yourself out of prison, right there.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be your best friend.
I mean, someone's got to do it.
So there's
How about
GF's
you
thing,
spit in it?
ask gun questions. You should be like, gee, tell us why 9mm is the best.
Because it blows your lungs out, remember?
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Just
about
like this
that.
guy said. He knows all about 9mm blowing people's lungs out. Isn't it funny that his own son has on his own cell phone his dad, this guy, saved as pedo?
What is it, Pedo Peter or Pedo Pete?
Yeah, this Pedo Pete.
Have you seen any of the videos yet, E Honda?
Some of them, probably not all. I don't know. I've heard that there's like borderline child porn.
At least not the ones on World Star.
Yeah,
I have seen those. But it's definitely crack. He's definitely smoking some crack.
Yeah, well, I think it's meth actually, but I don't know what's worse, crack or meth.
Meth.
I'm gonna go with meth.
Yeah, definitely go with meth.
I feel like
meth is just straight chemicals. At least crack is just baking soda and coke.
if the election happened tomorrow, percentage-wise, from 0 to 100%, what do you think that his chances of being reelected would be?
Who is he running against? Who is he running against?
I don't even think it matters at this point.
I think if he's running against Trump,
Gates,
he's got a chance.
Trump. Yeah.
If he's running against, like anybody else, he's losing.
DeSantis.
And Trump's already announced that he's running again.
Yep.
When did he do that?
Like yesterday or the day before. And I don't know of like how I feel about it. Like part of me is like, like I know he would be a good president if he would win, but then the other part of me is like, so many people hate
riots
him that it's just going to make things worse. Maybe we should have a DeSantis or somebody like that in instead of Trump, even if he would do a good job. you know?
All I know is all the people that I knew and still know, because I didn't lose any friends over political stuff, because I care about the politics, but not enough to let it get in the middle of a friendship where that's the only thing we disagree with. But all those people that were so hardcore, like Biden is our savior, no one says a thing anymore.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing at all. I think that he is lost, and you were talking about this in one of the previous chats. I think it was one of the ones on Rumble, because I've been going through those. But where it's every time that someone gets reelected for a second term, they win by lower margins because they've pissed off so many people. And I don't think there's a whole lot of people left that he hasn't pissed off. Whether it's gas, whether it's food costs, whether it's jobs lost, economy, whatever it happens to be, stock market, he's pissed off every demographic there is to piss off.
And at the same time, you have Roe versus Wade in the Supreme Court with Republican support for it and all that stuff. And maybe like a lot of the people who'd be pissed off about the Roe versus Wade decision already vote Democrat, but I think there were probably some of them who were leaning towards voting Republican or at least not Democrat this next election that are going to vote Democrat next election because of that.
It's crazy that they don't realize that actually helps people who are pro-choice.
My favorite thing was the whole, my vagina has less rights than a gun now. And every one of my friends that are on the other side of the aisle, if you want to say, I wouldn't even say I'm fully on one side of the aisle, but my response every time, which I couldn't get any kind of a, intellectual argument for back, was a gun doesn't have any rights. American citizens, men, women, gay, straight, trans, bi, those people have gun rights. Guns don't have any rights. They're inanimate objects.
The actual difference is one is protected by the Constitution, the other isn't.
Well, right, I get that, but I just had to point out the ludicrous statement of the inanimate object has more rights than me. No, the inanimate object has no rights. The people that carry it do. Exactly.
I'll stop debating with them.
I do it very, very rarely.
I mean, it's done for.
Boing. Fuck your fence.
He's a part kangaroo.
My German Shepherd would hop 6-foot fences like it was nothing. Hello, little one. Welcome to the pack.
It's little Beethoven.
Dude, I would love one of those dogs, just like I'd love a Great Dane or a Mastiff or something, but the slobber, dude. I can't do the slobber. Playgirl magazine.
You want to take a picture?
They're embarrassing your daughter. Look. She's all pissed off. Like, stop it.
That makes it even better. That's awesome. Making fun of her. This is how you look, sweetie. I just want you to see it from the outside. Trying to become an Instagram model, start her OnlyFans.
The worst thing you can do to like a young, attractive girl that will make her the most upset is ignore her and give her no attention at all.
Yep. 100%.
They don't know what to do with that. Like
penis hats. Look at those penis hats.
I don't know what that is.
Gandalf the prophylactic.
I think somebody went into that walk-in freezer.
I think so.
I just got to hang this body up real quick.
Ooh, boy, a gun buyback on Saturday in Denver. Oh, wait, I missed it. That was today.
Hey,
why the fuck are they in
look
the
at the pictures.
casket?
Let's see what they brought in.
Nearly 500 firearms.
How many high points? That's what I want to know.
Or more of those like pipes from Lowe's strapped down to a piece of 2x4.
One of those Japanese guns.
I've been meaning to build one of those just for one of these gun buybacks, so I could be like, "Here you go, I'll give you my $200 check or whatever for my fucking $10 worth of fucking Lowe's parts."
I mean, if you think about it, you're basically just building a single shot shotgun, right? They're just cannons with handles on them.
Yep.
Or just go magnet fishing. pluck up some of them rusty guns off the river.
Oh yeah.
Take them to the buyback.
I never said they had to work, fuckers.
Sorry, there's a.
Have you ever?
So we can see the guns.
Have you ever seen that guy? I think it's a YouTube channel where he's like a deep lake and river diver, and he's like constantly finding bodies of like 20-year-old unsolved murders.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
I watch those videos. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You're just like swimming around like, ooh, there's a catfish. Ooh, there's a bass. Oh, there's a human skull. What the fuck?
It makes you wonder about eating fish, though, right? It's like people end up in the water. The fish eat the
swimming
people,
with the fishies,
right? The fish eat the people that are in the water.
Not all fishes.
Then we eat the fish.
Yep.
Biomagnification, like you were talking about a couple chats ago.
All right, let's see the gun buyback thing.
Side of 360
Oh, hey.
in the shooting at Hinckley.
What's her name?
Charged and tried as adults. 3 teens were hurt in the parking lot. Aurora police say that it started.
This is not
later
gun buyback.
This is not the gun buyback. You're right.
That's the future Miss Taco. That's what I'm seeing in your future, sir.
No.
Raw tools out of Colorado Springs comes into the picture. So this father-son duo, they take these recycled guns and they turn them into gardening tools. Now, the two are Mennonites and told our Katie Eastman that the scripture actually calls them to do this kind of work. They told her that something beautiful happens when a tool designed to destroy life turns into one that creates it.
God damn it.
Anyone else nauseous?
You know.
I mean, do they know that those tools could be used to take a life too? Like that's what,
like a rock.
No one's ever killed anyone with an axe.
Didn't Jesus say, if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one?
Yep.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I was not there.
I was not there.
Well, it was reported. It was reported that he said that anyway by people.
Well, being Catholic, you're right, but
the group that's pushing for the major gun control here in Oregon, it's a church.
I mean, the Pope said guns are bad.
Is it the Church of Satan?
No,
Guns are bad.
we like guns.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't listen to the Pope because I don't like the Pope, but
Yeah. Oh no, he used to be a bouncer, right? Like that gives him some cool points or some shit. No? All right.
No.
Another one. That's my DJ Khaled impression. Another one. Yep. 2022 Acura RDX. All right. All-wheel drive Acura. So look, now they're not doing the Camrys or the Hondas, I guess. Now they're after the Acuras. Okay?
Well, it's currently no-wheel drive.
Brand new. Look. And Geico said you guys should park closer to the curb. How close?
Damn.
How'd you
Only
get the
he could
fucking
have learned how
tire
to
out?
park.
Damn.
They
That's
probably jacked it up really high.
For real.
Damn.
fucking DC, man. That place is the biggest shithole I've ever been to, I think. And it's so weird because like there's like all of these like really fancy, nice old buildings that have all of this like storied history behind them and like events that have happened and like great moments in human history that happened in this city. And now it's just like a cesspool of shit where people are just like, give me mine. I want mine first. Man, fuck you. You know,
it's like Rome,
that's
dude.
Attitude, dude.
It's like Rome. There's one nice part of the city where all the people in power live, and then there's literally shit running through the streets and poverty and everything else in every other part of the city.
Sounds about right.
Sounds like India.
Can you imagine living in Roman times and you're just like walking down the street, like going to do my job, whatever it is, blacksmith, and all of a sudden it's literally raining shit because someone just hucked their bucket of shit out of their, second story window, and whoa.
You just go to any major city in India right now, man.
Yeah, if you go to Paris,
fuck that.
pretty much Paris. Oh yeah, Amsterdam, same thing. Amsterdam is exact, dude. There's just shit running down the fucking streets.
One of a million reasons I'm not a big traveler. It's like, nope. I see how fucked up everything is elsewhere.
I mean,
I'm good.
I would travel to Japan. That would be a cool place to visit.
My wife really wants to go to Egypt, and I'm like, okay, we can go to Egypt as soon as we are so old and decrepit that no one wants to sell us in the sex traffic trade. Then we can go to Egypt when we're old.
I don't know. Could be fun.
I mean, that's Mexico.
Yes.
No, that's Mexico, my guy. I mean, I'm afraid to go to Mexico, and those are my people.
No, you couldn't pay me to go to Mexico. I'm sure the land itself is
But
beautiful.
hold on now. We know you have a room at Boys Town. We know this.
Okay, this guy's saying this is the most important gear in rank order, and I disagree. Number 1, rifle. Number 2, comms. Number 3, night vision goggles. Number 4, body armor. Number 5, trauma kit. I would say number 1 would be pistol. Number 2 would be rifle.
No, you don't. You don't want a pistol as your main backup, bro, or your main.
The
gun.
problem is he didn't.
No,
who's gonna walk around with a rifle?
It's in rank of most important gear. I think.
For what though? That's the
more-
part that's missing from the question.
That's what it is.
It's
That's
more
what you get.
important for, in my thinking anyway, because you can have a pistol on you in areas and situations that you cannot have a rifle.
Or
maybe
80% of the people live who get shot with pistols.
Or maybe they're assuming that you already have a pistol.
That's why you got to keep shooting until the threats stop.
I mean,
I'm
personally,
in agreement with NVG and comms.
Now, personally, I would put trauma kit first.
Yeah.
Because you always need you need that more than anything first, and then gun. We can say whatever gun, body armor, comms, and then NVGs.
See, this is the problem with the lack of clarification. Because if I'm like trying to get in somewhere in the dark, comms wouldn't even be on the list. Like, how many TV shows have you seen where shit, someone gave me away because they called me on the radio while I'm 5 feet away from someone? Like, the circumstances that you're going to be using the gear in is a critical portion of the question. It's lacking.
But that's why you add the earpiece to the comms.
Yeah.
Or just, whatever situation you're thinking of. What would you want?
I don't know. I'm pretty much terrified of everything though, so that's why I buy guns and stuff, so that like if anybody messes with me, that I'm like ready to respond at all times because I'm scared.
Scared.
Yeah.
I'd want pistol, rifle, backup knife on the weak side, then a trauma kit, then maybe comms.
I'm about to say there's no knife on this list.
What about a tomahawk?
Yeah, it's because knives are for pussies.
Bro, I want a tomahawk, my guy. I mean, I want to be able to be like, okay, I can hacksaw you with this.
Look, I've got a knife right here. I don't have to carry it with me because it's right here. I have one in my car too.
I mean,
As a rancher,
tool.
I use the knife a lot more than I expected to.
If I was a rancher, I'd probably carry a knife. If I was camping, I would probably carry a knife. All other circumstances, I already have a knife near me. It's fine.
Dude, I work from home, and if I leave the house more than once a week, it's a really weird week. And I have a knife on me all the time because I use it constantly. Opening a package, cutting up dinner, opening up something where, the easy tear open option wasn't working. I use a knife. The only thing I use more than my knife, which is going to sound weird,
is my toe knife.
My toe knife. My toe knife. The switchblade toe knife.
See, if it's hard to open, you just rip it. You don't need a knife. Look, open, done. Just saying. You don't need a knife. You choose a knife.
I mean, I just yell at my
here's a
packages
steak
until they're open.
with a fork.
I just yell at my packages until they're open.
Yeah. Well, you know what I have? You know what I have right near the steaks over there?
A knife.
Knives. Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
great.
what if you go camping and you forgot it because you don't carry it with you all the time? You make this beautiful steak and now you're fucked.
Hey, now listen here. Not all of us could be linked with fucking steak knives as our EDC, okay?
a different steak knife levels. Like, do I have a short one?
Or I guess you find a sharp rock, then attach a stick to it.
Cook your
This is
steak
my
better. You don't need a
sirloin
knife.
steak knife. This is my flank steak knife.
Yeah, what did the cavemen do? They didn't have knives. They just
They just
fucking
fucking
broke
bit
rock.
into it.
Well, they didn't have guns either, but
Yeah, and they still managed to kill all the mastodons. So,
Can you imagine like being
It took 15
back
of
then
them
and
though,
fighting a
and then
saber-toothed
95%
tiger
died.
or some shit? Like fuck that. I was looking
Right.
up dire wolves
Well,
the
what
other
is that?
night.
What is this shit? This is fucking
That's
delicious.
that looks like cheese
That's
and
mozzarella.
Meat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Marinara sauce.
Is it a
marinara,
bagel
yeah.
or a donut? Is my question.
That's a burger patty.
That's a bun.
Yeah, that's
It
a
looks
donut.
like diabetes.
It looked like a donut. Sorry, I guess it doesn't have
Yeah.
all that in it.
Diabetes.
I'll
That
eat
or
that.
coronary.
I'll get the
I'd eat the
diabetes.
shit out that.
It looks
That's
pretty
good.
good. I mean, it's like a chicken parm burger.
I'll stick my tongue.
Oh,
right in
that
the
is a
middle.
chicken patty on top, ain't it?
Yeah, chicken parm, and then
And then you got
mozzarella cheese,
yeah.
Was that
Bruh, that
chives?
looks so good right now.
marinara sauce.
Mhm.
Just makes you don't want to bite into it. Just want to suck on the side for a little.
You got
bit.
like a burger.
Is that what you do with them?
Yeah.
You just suck on the side, huh?
Just suck on the side of it just for a little bit.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that one.
You know it's a good joke when Honda starts coughing.
You know, it's like when someone tells
Joke.
you
Okay.
to suck a bag of dicks, and you're like, "Do I take them out and suck them individually, or do you want me to suck the outside of the bag?"
Exactly how does one suck a fuck?
Do I have to eat? Do I have to make each one of them come?
Yes. Okay. All right. I got a question here. Would you rather suck one dick 10 times or 10 dicks one time?
What's the difference?
At least you'd figure out what the one dick liked and get it over with faster, I guess.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say like, I have only sucked one dick one time, and I had to.
But
if
you have to suck it 10 times.
But if you, well, you don't have to say that part. Well, I mean, I've only sucked one dick.
I'll lie about it.
No, you can leave that part out. You just say I've only
Right. I
sucked
just
one
sucked
dick.
one dick.
But
yeah.
if you've sucked 10 dicks, you can't
Well,
say that.
okay, so like this is the way I think, right?
If you can
If
lie
you're
about that,
sucking-
then why can't you lie about the other?
Well, you're
If
not
you're
lying.
sucking
You're
one
leaving it
dick,
out, you know.
if you're sucking one dick 10 times, that's a level of commitment that I'm just not ready for.
Yeah, you're probably looking in their eyes by then.
Making eye contact.
Dude, we were watching a little girl like make a core memory right now. Like this little girl's gonna remember this fun forever.
And all you guys are talking about is dick sucking. I mean,
goddamn pervs.
What the fuck?
Have you guys watched that yet? The new Resident Evil Netflix series?
No.
I watched the first episode with my wife last night, and I
God
am
awful, ain't it?
I'm optimistic. I liked the first episode. My buddy just finished the 5th episode last night. And he's saying it's pretty good. He is saying though that it much more follows the storyline of the games as opposed to, I can't remember the woman's name that plays in all the other Resident Evil movies, but it doesn't
Mila
follow
Jovovich.
that. There you go. There you go. Follows the
I
video
watched the
game.
first episode, and it was fine.
Fine, exactly. Like it was good enough for
Like,
me to watch.
there
a
was
second
nothing
one.
bad in it, but there wasn't enough in that first episode to like get me all excited or anything. And I didn't finish the first episode going, damn, that was a good first episode. It was, hey, that didn't suck.
These days, though, that's enough to watch a second episode.
I mean,
'Cause there's a lot of
I
shit shows.
enjoy.
Not really. There's a
I
lot of
enjoyed
good shows
the-
out there.
I enjoyed the like crappy Resident Evil movies.
all right. Padme Amidala's crotch withstands 14,432 newtons of force.
She uses the Force.
That would hurt.
No facial expression whatsoever.
Yeah, she stuck the landing, you know?
10 out of 10, gold medal.
Maybe Force pushed it in her right before she landed.
Wait, that's 3,000 pounds of force. Holy fuck!
Well, I mean, okay, so my buddy passed out. He's like 6'3", and when he passed out, his knees locked, and he just fucking fell like a tree. And we calculated that his head hit the ground at like 43 miles an hour based upon his height.
Wow.
Yeah, gravity's a hell of a thing, man.
Gravity's a hell of a drug.
Oh, it's an assault weapon. Better call it the AFT.
I mean, that looks pretty nice. I like that.
That is pretty. Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the discussions I got into with my buddy who was in the Air Force for over 12 years, and it wasn't like office job Air Force. It was he's been shot multiple times, blown up, stabbed, thrown from moving trucks, defending a nuclear base. Like, dude saw shit. And his whole thing was there's no reason for anyone to have an AR-15. And we finally got to the conclusion of like, dude, it doesn't operate any different than any other semi-automatic rifle that you can think about. Like, it just doesn't. And I finally got him to go, I see your point. That's a fair point. And then we moved on. Because when you got that kind of friend, you got to know, like, okay, if I go any further, now we're going to start getting pissed off at each other. So we just got to move on from the conversation.
So apparently, Snuffleupagus, or whatever the fuck his name is in chat. He's gonna open a trap house. That's what he's opening.
I'm opening a large parlor for doing marijuana and shrooms. That's all psychedelic. 12 different trip rooms.
That's trap house.
So it's gonna be like hostel.
Yeah.
Where is that legal? You can't even do that in Colorado.
Amsterdam?
No, they're saying that I guess Oregon is going to be legalizing all this shit soon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like mushrooms are legal in Colorado, marijuana is legal in Colorado, but it's not legal to do it in public. Like, there's no like marijuana bar that you can go and smoke. There's no like mushroom tap house where you can like, I don't know, drink like mushroom tea on tap or something. You know.
I mean, if you bring your own shit, you can go to somebody else's house and chill out, right?
Yeah, but you're still not in public, though.
Well, and, like, you can take drugs and be in public, but if the police catch you, then you're technically breaking the law. They don't really arrest people for that. But if you're, like, a business that's sanctioning people coming there in order to use drugs and shit like that, like, that's against the law. They would shut it down.
The other part that you'd have to think about there is how do they get home? Then you're liable because someone went and drove while they're tripping on shrooms. And
this is when
different than being drunk.
You have an Uber. You have like your own little Uber side business right next to the trap house.
Yeah, mushrooms is like a 7-hour ordeal though, from beginning to end. From like I ate it to now I'm ready to go to sleep. It's like a 7 or maybe 8-hour ordeal. You don't just like have a drink and then like wait an hour and get in your car.
Jesus,
right?
Don't do drugs, people.
Well, and you got to take into consideration that at any moment, for seemingly any reason, a trip can just go bad.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily mean like your life, your physical health is in danger. It just means that you're freaking out. Like I don't think I'd want to deal with people freaking out.
I wouldn't want to be driving down the freeway at 75 miles an hour and have a trip go bad either.
I mean, when you doing that, like, you're already prepared not to go anywhere for the night.
Oh yeah, that's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a lock-in type thing, you know?
Right.
Like, okay, it's like 8 o'clock. We open at like 11 in the morning.
Pay us our $100. You can chill
pay
out
us
here for
money, and we'll let you out at 11.
Yeah. You need water? That's all you get in here. Maybe some bread.
11 p.m.'s lockdown. We lock all the doors and no one leaves till 8 the next morning.
Yeah.
I mean, they sell these things in Colorado.
What is it?
How was it?
See, here, let me make myself big.
Cocaine.
That's what she said.
It's a psychedelic mushroom chocolate bar, y'all. You can buy it for $20 at any store that sells the. I don't even know what stores you go to buy this shit, actually. But yeah, chocolate
Was it
bar.
good?
Yeah, it was good. It did what it said it would do.
Did you have a out-of-body experience?
No, okay, well, it's like here's the different levels, right? Like, where does it say this shit?
Like, depending on how much chocolate you eat, this is what you can expect.
So 1 to 3 pieces is a microdose. 3 to 7 pieces is therapeutic, and 8 to 12 pieces is shamanic.
Oh, so a whole chocolate bar.
Crackhead.
Yeah, I ate a crackhead level amount of chocolate, and it was not shamanic. I think probably 2 of those bars would be somewhere in the shamanic. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm just,
It has to be.
All right, I got to tell you a funny tripping on mushrooms story. So my wife and I do some back in the day, and we're living in this underground. It's underground, but it's a basement apartment kind of thing. And she was still smoking cigarettes at the time, and so we go outside, and at this point we're well into it. Like, we're right in the middle. We're at the peak, if you want to call it that. We're outside. She's smoking a cigarette, and I'm just out there to get some fresh air while she does it. And not across the street, but, kitty corner. So across the street, then across the street.
I'm sorry,
There's these
did you
two.
say kitty corner?
If you're on an intersection, it's across from you.
That's caddy corner.
Well, maybe us Utahns are special, okay? Okay.
Hey, baby, don't sell crack. Fuck you, I got mouths to feed.
So,
kitty corner sounds mildly pedophilic.
It does.
I'll spread the word to the rest of the Utahns.
Sound like a pizza joint for kids.
So,
Kitty
anyways,
corner.
at the corner, regardless if it was kitty or caddy, whenever it is, there's this kid with a pirate hat, like a captain's pirate hat and a pirate sword, like a play sword. Him and his friend are playing. And his friend comes up from behind him, smacks him as hard as he can in the back with this plastic sword, rips the hat off the kid's head, puts it on his, and starts running away. And at the top of my lungs, I just scream, "There's been a mutiny!" And my wife loses her shit, almost inhales her cigarette. It was a great fucking time. There's been a mutiny.
I guess we had to have been there to laugh at that.
You must have been, because it was one of the
I left at the
funniest moments
cigarette
of my
part.
life.
Yeah, the cigarette part. No, man, that's. I don't know how I would be if I saw that when I was high.
I laughed my ass off. I thought it was hilarious because he did not tap his friend. He full on it was a bat, cocked back and smacks him on the back, and this kid just gets this face of pain on his face, rips the kid's hat off, puts it on his, and just starts running away in victory. And I'm just like, okay, maybe this is more proof of why men don't live as long as women. They're committing mutiny against each other.
Yes,
Why are they talking about STDs in the chat? Did I miss something?
Hey, the chat has a mind of its own. If you haven't realized yet, we're talking about burgers. They were talking about something else, and now we're talking about kids getting hit in the head. They're talking about
it was in regards to the 1 dick 10 times or 10 dicks 1 time.
Oh yeah,
they're still on the dick.
They were saying that 1 out of every 6 people has an STD. So therefore, statistically speaking, if you suck 10 dicks, you have a greater than one chance of getting some sort of STD statistically.
I mean, wouldn't it just be just one STD, right? Like you would be worried about if you're sucking dick?
HPV, they give you fucking throat cancer.
Oh, so there'd be 2, right? So it's HPV and herpes.
Yeah, you don't want either of those things.
Nah.
Or genital warts. What if you had genital warts on your lips or on your tongue?
Herpes.
That's herpes.
Oh.
That's what those are.
Couldn't you get syphilis too?
I don't think you could get it that way.
I mean, you could try to play Pokemon with this shit. Just suck all the dicks. Try to catch them all.
Gotta suck them all.
So, are you saying 5 dicks is the minimum then, instead of 1 out of 6?
Sure.
Yeah, but those aren't that's not I mean, yes, less statistical chance that you'll get an STD, but still, you've just sucked 5 dicks. So all it takes is you to pick the wrong dick or the wrong dick to get shoved
or all
in your
5.
mouth.
You could just
And it doesn't matter if it's not 6. So again, no, this is solid thinking. With the 1 dick line of thought, you're statistically way less likely to get face herpes.
Will they at least take me out to dinner?
You still could. You could. Right. You could have picked the wrong penis, but you're way less likely.
I think that's how the first guy.
Much better odds.
That's how the first guy in the Navy caught black syphilis and then gave it to Duke.
Yeah, that would make sense.
At least told Duke about it.
Yeah.
This is the kind of high-level intellectual conversation you can expect on the E Honda 420 channel.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna dive into the statistics of how many dicks to suck.
I don't know what you guys are expecting. Like,
it literally says it in the name of the chat. I have nothing to talk about. So, or whatever the fuck you said.
I didn't have anything to talk about tonight either. We just jumped into this thing, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you literally put that in the name of the chat. So, if you didn't get what you expected watching this chat, that's kind of on you.
I feel like you watching the chat made the 10 dick thing happen in the first place. Like, I don't remember who brought it up.
They willed it into existence.
I would like to, take credit for that question. I appreciate it. Dude, I watched that What is a Woman documentary.
Finally? A month late? Okay, go ahead.
It was pretty good. He did a good fucking job.
So what is a woman?
Exactly.
Whoever wants to be a woman.
But what is it? What is it that whoever wants to be will be?
What?
They want to be a woman.
If you want to call yourself a woman, if you want to call yourself a woman, then you're a woman.
I do wish he would have talked to some people who transitioned have been happy. I think he would have been smart just to have a couple of people that, don't regret their decision.
I think it would have gone a long way, for some people, but that you can pretty much go get anywhere in the trans activist community.
I get it.
So I think he was trying to make a certain point. So he was interviewing people that would help him make that point. And that's what everybody does in a documentary. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, that fucking Congress dude gave him 0 time. 0. Just one question. You know what? We're done.
I feel like that's a very transphobic question. What? I feel like when you say truth, you're being transphobic. Like,
oh yeah, that dude.
Hey, I'm not a biologist.
How many people post operation, like 10 years down the line or whatever, are happy?
Not a lot. I mean, they have killed themselves more than most groups, apparently. So
more than any group, I thought.
Well, I mean, I don't know about more than any group. In American society, yes, I think they do have the highest suicide rates of any particular group outside of what is it, prison population or some shit like that. I can't remember. There's something that's higher, but it's in extreme circumstances or whatever it is. But the issue is that the suicide rate is already high. I mean, that's kind of the thing. The suicide rate's already high before transitioning, which, regardless of like how you feel about it, right? Like, it doesn't really like the point of the point is that, and I don't give a shit if that makes somebody happier. I don't give a fuck. Like, what? Go do whatever the fuck you want. Like, it doesn't matter to me. That's you. You're. It doesn't affect my life or anything. But it does point to the fact that it's like, well, there is obviously an issue there. There's obviously something there that's causing extreme unhappiness. So if some, and my problem is that you talk to one side of the argument and they will say, well, the only thing that we can do is transition these people because that's the only thing that'll fix it, when statistically that's not true. And the other side of the argument will say, well, the only thing that should be done is not to transition at all. These people are just, they have, mental issues, they have gender dysphoria, and they need psychiatric help, and there's no way that transitioning will help them. And that's not true either. So it is something that needs to be handled on a case-by-case basis, and some people will be better served by transitioning, and maybe that makes them happier in life, and that's certainly something that some people have done. And we've seen evidence that some people are happier once they transition, and then we've certainly seen evidence that that's not what helps some people either. But we're trying to judge an entire population of people who, and I'm sorry if people don't want to hear it, but an entire population of people who have a mental issue, and we all have mental issues. This is just a specific kind that is causing them gender dysphoria, and we're treating everybody as if they're all exactly the same, and there's one answer that helps everybody in their own personal life. And we don't do that with any other type of mental issues, from temporary to permanent issues, from anxiety to depression, to all the shit that we all fucking deal with and we all fucking have. And you've got two sides of society trying to say each this one thing is the only thing that's going to help these people, and it's not true. We're not trying to deal with it on an individual basis.
So I thought of one group that has a higher suicide rate than any other group in the world, even higher than post-operation trans.
Your ex-girlfriends.
Yes.
Clinton associates.
That's true.
Sorry, go on. You had something, Furnace?
There's a book, Irreversible Damage. So, and this was written by a liberal. She's not, conservative. The issue that they're actually the most concerned about is for females, it's been a 5,000% uptick in girls that claim to be transgender. And then when they actually, go see a psychiatrist and stuff, they have all the same traits that like your goth girls and your witches and your bulimics and your fucking cutters and all that shit. So, and they're doing it as groups, not like just an individual girl here and there and there. It's a closed fashion thing, and so because like here in Washington, my kids can get these like medicine without us knowing about it, and then they're fucking themselves up, and then they're killing themselves.
Okay, so here's something on that, and I might be wrong about this. I don't know, but it just makes sense to me. Society. We've been around for 100,000 years, 250,000 years, something like that is Homo sapiens, right? Like we've evolved in these small groups of people, and men are better at going against the grain. Men are better at putting their foot down. Men are better at being like, fuck off, I'll do my own fucking thing. Women, if they say, fuck off, I'll do my own fucking thing, traditionally, you get kicked out of the tribe and you starve to death. You get kicked out of the tribe and you get raped and fucked and all that shit, and your life sucks, right? So for women, on a evolutionary, like developmental standpoint, have a biological necessity to comply and to conform to what the people around them are doing and saying because they want to be part of the group, right? And that's not all women, and that's not all men, right? But like the majority of people kind of fall in the meat of that curb tend to be women who are just trying to get along and want to fit in and want to do things that are like the group. And you inject this kind of mental fucking insanity of like, yeah, cut off your tits. We'll do a top surgery on you and put you on hormone blockers. And don't worry, we won't tell your parents. That's child abuse, dude. In my opinion.
Well, and that's the other thing. And this should not be controversial at all. There should be no medical intervention to somebody who is under the age of 18. Now, therapeutic and all these other things, no problem. If kids are, saying, I've got this issue, I feel this way, I feel that way, whatever it is, the parents and, we should all be trying to fucking help them in whatever way best benefits them without judgment. But medically, no. Until they are an adult, there should be no medical intervention that is allowed for the kid. You can't even you will go to jail if you let your kid get a fucking tattoo. But okay, let's fucking pump them up with some fucking, whatever
castration drugs
shit it is. It's like no. Sorry, that's not right.
Now I'm more mad at this culture for killing off lesbians. I don't know about anybody else here.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Well, there's
lesbians are gone.
Some
like now it's just like
an anti-gay movement.
No, seriously, that's real though. There was a fuck. Oh god damn it! This was like from 3 months ago or something. I was looking at this damn thing where they had done these polls at all these college campuses, and they were determining percentages of like the different classifications for
most of them were going to non-binary, gay.
Yeah, or whatever, right? But it was like the one group that actually has shrunk in the last 5 years. The one group, the one self-identifying group that has actually shrunk is lesbians. They've actually gone down. There are statistically fewer lesbians than since we've ever been doing studies or keeping statistics or anything like that. Less people identifying as lesbian and more people either identifying as trans or this or that or whatever. And it's like, now every other group has increased, even gay men. That number has actually gone up, but lesbians is the only one that actually decreased. And I cannot remember, this was months ago. I can't remember what percentage it has gone down, but it was a significant percentage. It had dropped.
Significant enough to where we only have 7 lesbian bars in the United States.
Is that for real? There's only 7 lesbian bars?
That's not true.
Last time I checked.
There's in the United States?
Dude, there's 7.
Hang on. But
there's 7 goddamn lesbian bars in Denver. Jesus Christ.
But okay, so, and I know because I was educated on this recently that apparently lesbians don't like being called gay, although I don't get that because the definition of gay is
there's 15
is one liking somebody who's the same sexual sex as you or whatever. But okay, it's fine. So if gay and lesbian are separate, but gay bars where gay men and lesbian women are
just
welcomed are everywhere. Now I don't know about lesbian specific bars.
Lesbian specific bars. There's only 15.
Does that mean that gay men have gay specific bars where lesbians aren't welcomed?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure there are, but I'm saying in general, I mean, growing up in Dallas, I mean, I went to gay bars and fucking god damn it, drag show bars and all this stuff all the fucking time. Because friends wanted to go out and hang out and get free drinks and shit like that. And none of them were like you didn't walk into any of them and only see gay dudes or only see lesbians. It was just like a gay bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is funny because half the people that went to the gay bars were fucking straight as shit.
According to Google, there are 10 gay bars in Denver. I don't know, or lesbian bars, not even gay bars. Lesbian bars.
Now, if I look on Google as well, how many gay bars or how many lesbian bars are in the U.S.? I get an article from NBC News, and it says how many? Not LGBT, just gay lesbian
Straight
bars.
up lesbian only, right?
Yeah, 22.
Well, Denver's got like half of them then.
But so is it a gay bar or is it a lesbian bar?
Okay.
You see, because one of them says gay friendly. If you look at the
okay, well, this one says the best lesbian bar I've been to in a while. This one says layback hangout featuring an outdoor patio and dancing to DJ music plus cocktails and pub grub.
It's the outdoor patio there.
But I know that this place. I don't know if this is a fucking lesbian bar, but I know it's a gay bar.
Well, the sign right there is the outdoor patio because lesbians built that.
Yeah,
probably.
So
they brought all the wood with them in fucking Subarus.
I mean, lesbians are great at carpentry. I'm just saying. I'm telling you right now.
See, that one just says gay friendly.
So just pick one bar from the beat up.
Temporarily closed because of bigotry. Shut up, Honda.
So in the 80s, there was about 200. Now there's only 22.
Well, let me get to these super chats real quick. I've been neglecting Daniel. Yep. I'm sorry. Daniel says, Tim Pool said the other day, by the rate of increase of trans/gay by 2080,
2,080%.
Well, I mean, he fucked up when he was writing it. I read it before. Percentage of people will be one way or the other. This is the planned decay.
That's fucking dumb.
I hate when. And he says, fuck that up. By 2080, they will be 90% of the population.
Well, that was a joke that Bill Maher was making a month or two ago or whatever. He said, if you look at the rate of people that identify as part of, the LGBTQ community going back to the 1960s. And if you look at the increase from the 60s to the 70s, 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s, 90s, 2000s, 2000, all the way to today, he's like, well, by 2052, apparently everybody's going to fucking be gay. At the rate of increase we're experiencing, if it keeps on that course, by 2052, everybody's going to be gay or trans or lesbian or something.
Just like if you're dating a woman who's non-binary, if you're dating a woman that's non-binary and you're a straight guy, technically you're still in a queer relationship. So technically you will still be in that community.
That's what I've seen
what the
too,
tight end part is,
a lot of these people who claim to be blah they're still having sex with the opposite sex.
Right.
Which, in my opinion, that's just that's cheating. That's cheating. And what I mean by that is that's bullshit. You're fucking straight. Shut up.
Right.
You're straight, and you just want to identify to fucking be something special. If you're really lesbian
it looks
or
like
really
my
trans,
generation's
fucking
emo
cool.
kids.
Be that. But if you're some chick who says, "Well, I'm a non-binary firefly who gets called they, them, demon self things," but you're still just fucking your boyfriend who lives with you, like, you're straight. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously.
It's this generation's emo kids.
I always think it's funny when it's like the guy's a girl and the girl's a guy and they're in a relationship together, and if you call the girl a guy and the guy a girl, you're a bigot, but the guy's a girl and the girl's a guy.
Well, and they never identify as straight. Even I forget what you call it. I think there is a term for when you're trans straight, like you're a trans woman who likes men, or trans men, or a trans man who likes women or trans women.
What?
It's still like
okay,
a form of straight because you still like the opposite of what you identify as, or whatever the fuck it is.
Super straight? Ain't there super straight now or some shit like that?
Not according to one side of the argument. According to one side of the argument, if you call yourself super straight, that means you're a
Nazi.
bigot. You're a fucking Nazi or something, because that was apparently made up by people on the right that started because. And I think it was because there were like trans women who were saying, well, I'm a trans woman and I only like men, therefore I'm straight. And so people were like, well, then I guess I'm super straight because I'm an actual woman who likes men, or I'm an actual man who likes women. So somebody at some point came up with the super straight, call sign or whatever. And now you're just the Nazi if you call yourself super straight. It's like, I don't even know I can't even fucking keep up. It's exhausting trying to keep up with all this bullshit.
I think what's sad about it.
That's why you need to
Can you just fuck who you want to fuck and shut up? Like, seriously, can you just shut up? Like, I feel like the people who are getting on fucking TikTok and talking about the they, them, them self, fucking frog self, cat self, fucking call me butterfly, fucking bullshit, fucking whatever the fuck. What? There was a new one I heard, and I can't remember what the fuck it was called, and it was like something sexual. It was like, because there's all there's dem sexual and this sexual and that sexual. And it was like, I'm a person who I'm not attracted to anybody ever, and I never feel sexual, but I still want to feel sexual, and I still want to have sex with people, and I will. And I'm like, what you just fucking said made no goddamn sense. What the fuck are you talking about? So you're saying you just you never feel sexual, you never want to have sex, but you do have sex, and you do want to feel sexual? That just sounds like you just have maybe some issues regarding sex. That doesn't make you anything different. You just have some things you need to work out.
Are you talking about demisexual there, Matt? Is that the one that you're...
I don't fucking know. There's like 50 new ones every week. I don't even know. Like, Jesus Christ. Here's what happened is people are starting to go, okay, well, I'm a normal person, but I don't want to be a normal person because that makes me like everybody else. So I want a little bit of attention.
To show off.
So I have my own little in my head either sexual kinks or ways that I feel about relationships or ways that I feel about the opposite sex or ways that I feel about this. And because I just fucking feel like making up something new, I'm a new form of whatever sexual, when in reality, you're just a normal person who, like all of us, we have things we like. We have ways we feel about fucking relationships. We have ways we feel about sex or whatever it is. And some of us are fairly, normal as quote unquote societally normal or straight or whatever. And some aren't. That doesn't make you a whole new fucking sexuality, dumbass. You're either gay or straight. You either like people who have the same genitalia as you, or you like the opposite of that. Like,
you should just do what the fucking British did to all the criminals back in the day. Just send them to Australia.
Fucking stupid shit. Or you like both, and then you're bisexual.
Yeah,
So
here,
there's
like,
three.
they've got they've got sharks, they've got box jellyfish, they got like 70 different things that are gonna kill you if you don't check your shoes and before you put them on. Like, yeah, go to Australia; it'll be great. I'd be happy.
Sad
I'm just saying,
this
it's
crap
like
has
people.
become-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's sad that this has become this generation's whole identity. Not that they can write music or paint or fucking build a computer or a car. It's the only thing they have for them is their race and their fucking sexuality.
Identity politics. That's what it boils down to. It's not even identity politics. It's becoming an identity society, politics and all. It's starting to. It's not just about because identity politics. I mean, I guess that's the general term, but it means more than just fucking politics.
Right.
It's everything about society. You view society based on identity, whether you're talking about how you identify as yourself and how you view the rest of society, or you're talking about how you look at every other individual in society and then you view them based on their identity. That's what we're doing here. And look, that's fine as far as like seeing people as individuals, but now when we feel like we've got to
see you as a group.
Yeah, we're trying to take individual traits as human beings and say, okay, let's find all the people that feel the exact same way as this, all like 7 of you motherfuckers out there, and this is a whole new sexuality, or it's a whole new fucking gender, or both, or whatever the fuck it is. Because apparently you have to be a part of a fucking group. That's the other thing, is there's this push to be a part of a fucking group. And I get on a basic level, like, human beings, we kind of we kind of have it ingrained in us and evolved in us that, we want to be part of the tribe or whatever. But now we're just making fucking tribes up based on ancillary identity characteristics that we've never done before in human history, and making all these individual little things their own little fucking pocket tribes of shit, and then yelling at each other about it.
Matt,
Instead of like, I don't give the fuck what you want to, I don't care who you want to fuck. I don't care whether you're straight or gay, or bisexual. I don't give a fuck. But that shouldn't be the fucking core and the anchor of who you are as a fucking human being. And the fact that we're trying to hang all this shit on that, or on the color of somebody's fucking skin, or whatever the fuck it is wrong, and it is not good for society.
Okay, 2 things. Number 1, we have done it before in human history. It has happened before.
Not like this.
Almost exactly. The downfall of Rome. They started caring more about looks. They started caring about sexuality. They had these like brothel houses with like children where they'd go like fuck the kids and shit. Like all kinds of fucking like bad for family, bad for society decisions, transgenderism, all that. Maybe not to the extent that it is today, right? Because they didn't have like the hormone replacement.
Well, they also didn't have like fucking 537 genders.
But to some extent, it has happened before, yes. And then the second part is, let me get these goddamn super chats. Daniel dropped in $2 and said, Hana knows it's a gay bar. Trust him.
Yes, he does.
I have been to one gay bar in Colorado several times, because that's where we used to go to pick up chicks, because they let their guard down because they think you're gay, and then you're not. And you're like, yeah.
Oh. So you use gay bars as super predator territory.
Yes.
Wow. Sheep's clothing.
I used to go to get fucking dudes to buy me drinks and shit. So I'd go with all my friends and we'd go fucking get drinks.
That's like one step short of actually being gay. Daniel dropped in $5.
I never claimed to be gay. We'd roll in there as straight dudes with our chick friends and or even sometimes girlfriends. And dudes don't give a fuck. They'll be like, let me buy you some drinks, cutie. It's like, all right, cool, man. And then you'd hang out and talk shit with them. And they know they're not getting any, but they don't care because they're flirting with you and who gives a shit?
But you're still a tease.
I don't care. Nobody ever lied, unlike going to a gay bar to wait for women to put their fucking guard down because they think you're gay. So that
Matt, did you have to wear the Daisy
drinking? I never fucking pretended to be gay to get free drinks.
No, I've never been with a woman before, but with you, I would try it. Right? Is that the lie, Honda? Is that the lie?
He's got the shirt tight, little knot on the side of his shirt, and the Daisy Dukes.
Daniel says, part of me wants us to go through a couple years of hunger so all this identity woke ass bullshit dies out.
Oh,
it would kill it pretty fucking quick if all of a sudden people were more worried about fucking eating tonight than they are their like gender fucking expression or whatever, you know?
Dude, there's already a lot of people that are wondering and going hungry tonight.
Yeah, and I bet a lot of them aren't trans, but they're like homeless people on the street, fucking cracked out, and I don't know. There are a fair amount of people though that are like living normal circumstances and have had their normal job, and the price of everything has slowly increased, but the pay is not, and they're getting to the point where like a box.
It's going
of
to
mac
start
and
hurting
cheese-
soon.
Yeah, like a box of mac and cheese is like dinner, you know.
I think everybody on some level, unless they're just rolling in it, has had to make some kind of adjustments. Like, okay, we're going to eat out once a week instead of 2 or 3 times a week, or we're going to put aside one day a month where we get takeout, or we're going to travel less because it costs us $80 to fill our tank instead of $35. I think that most people have had to make some kind of adjustment to maintain normalcy.
Daniel also says it's becoming a religion. So all this
It already
woke
has.
identity politics stuff is totally. I mean, it has like
So-
several things about it that are exactly like religion. I mean, you've got like original sin, right? Because you have to like say, well, you know, I'm a white male, but speaking as from a white male's perspective and blah blah blah, I'm recognizing my own fucking original sin. You've got like fucking confession. You've got like, I don't know. There's just several different things. You guys could point out more than I'm thinking.
Indoctrination.
Well, and like, what is a tenet of every religion? It's like, here's this unbelievable thing that's impossible, that would never ever happen under any circumstance, but we all believe it. If you believe it too, then you can be part of the group, right? And for like the woke identity politics, there's all kinds of fucking litmus tests as to whether or not you're part of the group. It's, do you think that there's just 2 genders? Oh, well, if you do, then you're not part of the group. Or I don't know, like believing in, you know, America's sovereignty and like not letting people into the country in unchecked numbers and all that stuff. Well, if you don't believe that we should do that, then you're not part of the group. And there's other examples of that too.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead.
what is the percentage of people that are like on the far? Because again, this is the extremes of the left, right? What does that equate to population wise?
It's small.
It's real small.
Internet has made these things look way worse than, for the most part, what they really are.
The internet is like any other powerful tool. It can be used for good or
20,000?
bad.
Well, it's the loudest people that you hear, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
The people who are in the middle who maybe don't really have an opinion about it or isn't like part of their wheelhouse or is just dealing with normal bullshit aren't going to be the ones online screaming this shit at the top of their lungs. So the only people that you're going to hear are the people who are either like really, really for this shit and want to shove it down everyone's throat, or the ones who are really, really against it and want to stop it from happening. And like, that's not the majority of either side. The majority
problem
is
is,
the middle.
the real problem is this is starting to take over at schools. It's starting to take over at corporations. I know this better than anybody. I lost my job because of this bullshit after being there for 14 years. That's the real danger, is if you push back at all, you're fucking hosed.
Yeah. Well, especially working at where you worked at, man. Like,
Right.
like that whole thing is bullshit when I think about it. Especially like where you would have been financially now versus where you are, like that different. Like, dude, that fucking pisses me off. And it's not even my money, you know, it's not even my life. It just pisses me off that they did that to you.
So do we see? I personally don't see this, right? But I don't see either extremes, right or left, ever becoming mainstream.
I don't know, man. I could see the right extreme becoming mainstream as a result of being like the pendulum swinging the other way at some point and getting all of like this craziness that we're dealing with now as a society. Like how would you feel if you're like a 13, 15, 16, whatever year old coming up in high school and getting this shit shoved down your throat every fucking day? Do you think you're like, oh, this is great, I'm totally, or do you think you're like, fuck you guys, shut the fuck up, leave me the fuck alone, and fucking get the fuck away from me, you're a fucking freak? Because I guarantee you there's a silent majority of high school, junior high students who've had this shit shoved down their throat their entire fucking life who are going to be indoctrinated into the opposite of what they were attempting to do, right? Because what they want to do is like shove this stuff down the kids' throats until they're just obedient little fucking fucks who do what we say and think like what we want them to think. But what you don't realize is that there's a rebellious side of youth that is always going to be against what the teachers are teaching, even if they're teaching you correct shit, right? Even if they're teaching you exactly what you need to be taught, there's still going to be a certain number of kids who are going to be like, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
So then that being the case, I think that's probably the most likely case of what you just said. When stats like that come out, with what Tim Pool said, I find it to be fucking ridiculous.
Well, sure. It is. It absolutely. And it's like the climate scientists saying like, well, based on the current data that we have projecting out into the future, because nothing's going to change and no other factors are going to come in that we don't already know about because we know everything, that it's going to be 2030 and you're going to be, you know, boiling seas or something like that, right? But then they never, like when they're doing their models, they didn't take into account cloud cover stopping rays of sunshine from heating up the atmosphere. And so their whole fucking models go down the fucking trash, but they keep spouting the shit like it never happened.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, there's multivariate analysis dealing with fucking weather that you can't fucking predict. It's fucking stupid.
And we still never got our murder hornets.
So if we have said that either extreme is not really going to be mainstream or maybe possible the right, what out of this times now do y'all see happening? Just it changing completely somehow? Maybe a couple of compromises here and there, both left and right? Like, what do y'all see?
It will depend on how far the corporations take this.
I could see us sliding into a totalitarian, like, and we've never had it before, like female-run kind of animus of female government, right? And like, think about like a mother, right? Like you've got like the mother who takes care of her kids and feeds them, but then sends them off into the world so that they can learn and like experience things and scrape their knees and come back and like, you know, like she'll help them out and stuff, right? Like the good mother. Or there's the smothering mother who never lets you leave the house because you might scrape your knee, who doesn't let you have friends because you might get sick, who doesn't let you have toys because you might choke, right? Like all of those things. So like, I think we're headed for a female totalitarian government, the likes of which we've never seen, that's going to make Nazis look like fucking, I don't know, not as bad.
Not as bad as Nazis. Huh?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see us putting the brakes on this, especially when what, you know, like people like Infernus dealt with, where you try to put the brakes on it a little bit. You try to speak your mind a little bit about something and you get fucking hosed and railroaded. With the full support of media, the full support of government, the full support of society, because they've been brainwashed into thinking like, and you know, to some extent they've been successful with this shit. And that's a huge problem with the schools. Like Infernus was saying again, like your kids being in schools and indoctrinated into this bullshit. Yeah, you might be like my kids and be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not going to do what you tell me. Or you might be like the majority of kids who were like, dee, you got it, teacher. I want a brown nose harder so I get an A, right? And you fucking say the thing, you repeat the thing, you write the thing, you do the thing enough, you start to believe it, even if it's ridiculous.
I think the whole problem, not the whole problem, but a huge core to this problem is much like necessity breeds invention, control breeds rebellion and conflict. And the more that people are controlled by whatever side it is and whatever side they are, the more rebellion and conflict will come from that. The more controlled people feel, the more necessity they will feel to act out and rebel.
Do you want to hear
what I see? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to play this video. You go ahead first.
I was going to say what I'm seeing now, especially that fucking Bill Maher's getting red pilled. What the fuck? Did y'all see? Like,
yeah,
his whole shit is getting.
I think that's like smart people who he trusts calling him out on bullshit because he's relying on information that he's gotten 20 years ago and he's not up to date.
So when people like him, people like fucking Elon Musk, he's becoming more centralized, maybe a little bit towards the right. Corporations are going to follow pretty soon. Maybe in the next 10 years, it's not going to be so in your face from corporation side.
Well,
at least that's what I'm saying.
When you look
because
at
on top of that, the corporation I work for even put out a fucking thing to us saying, "Hey, we understand Roe v. Wade is not a good thing for women, blah blah blah, but your coworkers have opinions that are different from yours, and we're going to accept those coworkers as well."
The thing that's going to make the corporations change is the bottom line, right?
100%.
When they look at let's take Hollywood for instance, right? And you have these movies where it's like, oh, we've got like this transgender cartoon chick kissing another chick because we want to be trans inclusive. Isn't that great? Yay! And it makes like $1 million in profit, right? And then you have Top Gun, which didn't have any of that shit in it at all, as far as I could tell, you know.
Trust me, Top Gun is gay going back to 1986.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, they were
but
fucking.
it was a story. But it was a goddamn story about a man who's getting old and too old for his job. Like his physicality is not able to keep up with it, but he has the skills better than anybody else. He knows how to do the shit, and he fucking does it, dude. And like, it's an amazing story of a man, a straight white man, overcoming adversity and triumphing in the face of fucking like sure destruction and death. Who's singing? Fuck you.
Fucking lame.
Well, it's a story about that shit, and it was tremendously successful. Like, how many dollars did it make? Like over $1 trillion or some shit?
It's so far the most profitable movie of the year.
Right, and the other movie companies are going to look at it and be like, well, what's the difference between what we're doing and what Top Gun is?
Well, and then, I don't know if y'all are keeping up with the comic book sections of, the main comic books. They have fully embraced the woke agenda, and what we have now is, I don't know if y'all follow him or not, Young Ripper.
Yeah, Eric July.
Eric July.
Yeah.
He's coming out with his own comic book company, and in 2 days he has raised $2.6 million for it.
Yeah,
and he was only trying to raise what 150,000 or something like. I can't remember what it was, just enough to get publishing and printing done off for however many issues was supposed to be the original run. Yeah,
it's fucking.
It would that I was not, Poe right now. I would have fucking got in on that shit because I actually wanted to read that comic.
Oh, same here.
So,
and the comic's already damn near made, or it's coming out like in August or September.
Yep. What I'm saying with that though is, I don't think it's going to get as bad as what. I'm sorry, the far right has said, like a Temple, like sometimes even us on this chat.
Well, and I think that's because, and you guys may have a different opinion, but I think the vast majority of people that are, I don't know, it's not a very inclusive term, but the right, conservative people, most people that aren't the loud people, that aren't the extremists, just don't give a fuck. Like, are you harming me? Are you harming someone else? No? Okay, fucking cool. I don't care. You live your life. I'll live mine. Everybody's happy as long as no one's being hurt. It's not involving kids. Just do your fucking thing. Because you being gay or trans or thinking there's 2 genders or 37 genders doesn't affect my life at all. And I just don't give a shit. Just like Honda was saying earlier, it's the loudest people that you hear, the loudest does not represent the majority.
The problem comes, though, again, when they're indoctrinating the kids in the schools. And I don't know why it is that so many teachers, specifically like public school teachers, are on board with this insanity and like pushing it so hard. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. It almost seems like a top-down plan where, like, in college, the college professors years ago got together, and like, if that's true, then like years before that, there was like some group of people that were like, we got to get the college professors. You know what I mean? Like,
so you're actually right. This started in the late 70s. Peter Boghossian, he's an atheist professor. He actually did a video on this not too long ago where they go over like all these teachers, where do they get their teaching degrees from? You know, what SAT scores do they have? They have some of the lowest scores.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them get them from the same like college degree, and they are openly known Marxist postmodernist group. So,
well, the teachers that teach shit in public schools are like, your science teacher was never a scientist. Your English teacher was never an English major. Your fucking history teacher was never a history major. These things are beyond them. What they were taught is how to teach you, right? They're taught techniques on how to teach. They're taught techniques on how to be patient with kids. They're taught techniques on information retention and shit like that. They don't know anything about science. They know what the fucking book says. And if the book has the wrong answer, they're going to repeat that wrong answer again and again and again and again and again until the book changes and the answer is correct.
At least we have some Travis P11s out there.
Well, and like Travis is like the fucking exception, and I think he's living off on like whenever we talk about these like school issues and Travis is in the chat, like I don't know, like it's like we can't have the conversation because it doesn't apply to Travis. It doesn't apply to his school district in the middle of Nebraska. You know, I think things are just different over there. You know,
who goes to Nebraska? Who does that?
Not many people.
People that like corn and deer.
It's about all they have. They don't even have hills there. Like there's barely like the one hill that they have like a ski resort there that's open 1 month a year.
They do have some pretty cool ballets out in the middle of the cornfields.
I'm sure they got something cool out there. There's got to be something cool in that whole state.
There's a lot of
Definitely
creepy children.
Yeah, in the corn.
That was our code name when we'd go to the strip club at Google. We would go to the ballet.
To the ballet. I mean, you're not wrong. Maybe not as accurate as you could be.
I don't know. If you have like little girls and you put them in dance class, aren't you just training them to be a stripper when they get older?
Oh,
because it's either
like
that or they're going to be in the ballet. It's either that or they're going to end up in the ballet, and like either they're like really, really, really good at it, in which case you should probably keep them going, and they might get to the ballet. Or they're going to be a stripper doing like the splits with no fucking underwear in front of dudes.
Or
maybe a burlesque
instead
show.
of going to one extreme or to the other, 99% of those little girls just, go to college and get a job working in an office. Like
the office whore. Yeah.
Or
I
they do
put ballet,
OnlyFans.
so
I think a lot of those people that sign their little girls up for like we'll call it performance dance, where it's not just dance, but they're like doing gymnastics and stuff like that, is because there's not a lot of, young girl centric, anything that you could look at as an athletic program other than that.
Yeah, they're
like
trying to get
you've got softball and
like we've been putting our girls off and on for several years into like karate, and 1 year they took some Jeet Kune Do and stuff like that, because you want to get you want your kids to be active. Like now, my 13-year-old last year and this year she's been doing soccer and volleyball. But at a certain age, like they don't offer that. So you want them to do something, because just like boys, girls, doesn't matter, right? Like you want them to do something. You don't want them just fucking sitting around watching TV all the time. You want to get them in an activity and get them out there and doing something. And sometimes with little girls, it's like, okay, well, dance class, I guess, because
that's all there is.
Yeah,
You'd always get them into jiu-jitsu.
that would be what I would recommend, because like that's what we did with our kids. But like I understand that there's some parents that are just like, dance class, because isn't that what little girls do? And I understand that line of thinking, because you want them in an activity, something where they're they're learning some skills, they're getting some exercise, they're working on their coordination, they're, you know, learning a lot of times to work as a part of a group and things like that. Those are all beneficial things.
Right. And then you can get peed on by R. Kelly.
I'm doing football and baseball with the boys this year because one of them wants to do baseball and the other one wants to play football. So.
Good luck with your pocketbook there, brother.
What's that?
So good luck with your pocketbook.
I think that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just said it'll be fine.
I think that one of the most beneficial things for young kids to go through is, regardless of what kind that you choose, is martial arts classes of some kind. My nephew has, I mean, like, he's functional and everything like that, but he has a kind of developmental disorder that makes him crazy hyper, unrelatable to a lot of kids, where he just doesn't connect with them. He's always bouncing off the walls and is having a hard time concentrating, communicating, those kinds of things. And he got into, his mom, my sister, enrolled him in a martial arts class, and it's like his entire, everything that was giving him problems has immediately started improving in a matter of weeks, because he's gotten into some kind of an environment which instructs him one-on-one, allows him to calm down, focus, learn self-control, and there's, of course, the aspect of learning how to take care of yourself, right?
So I would not.
So parenting.
I wouldn't recommend just any martial arts class. Don't take them to keto. Please
I
don't
just
do
mean
that.
the style.
All
like
the useless martial arts.
karate.
Yeah, Taekwondo's kind of bullshit. I
Yeah.
had, like, my best friend growing up, like, he would always go to Taekwondo and we'd be like, cool, we're going to play basketball. Like, have fun. And then one day he was like, yo, come with me to Taekwondo class now that I'm a black belt and we can spar some, thinking that he was going to beat me. And I beat him like 7 out of 7 times until he came up. No training. I just had an older brother.
Well, I think the important part about all this is that it is important to get your kids active. Because here's
away
the thing.
from the TV.
They're fucking kids. And up until about, you know, I don't know, 40 years ago,
not even,
you know, like, kids like had things that they did, especially you go back 100 years ago. Like, by the time they're fucking 12 years old, they're working at the fucking family business. They're learning skills. They're being physical. They're being active. They're doing things. They're learning life stuff. Well, we don't have those same, like, very few kids in modern society in first world countries get an opportunity, much less have the responsibility to be able to do those types of things. So there's still a need for it as a little human being who's growing and has way more energy at that age than they will. Like, they continually lose energy. As you get older, you fucking lose energy. You lose motivation, like all kinds of shit. When they're young, you need to get them active. You need to get them doing something, get them learning something. Yeah. So, like, that's why we have activities like this. You know what I mean? Like, those things are good. And I don't give a shit whether it's fucking dancing or sports or fucking martial arts or what. Like, just, you know, because it's not something, like, at least with, you know, the way things used to be, you know, they would work at the family business or whatever, right? Well, most of us don't do that type of shit. So as a parent, you have to go, okay, well, I need to fulfill this need in my kids to do something. It's not something I can fucking teach them. So let's take them somewhere that does, because you just don't have that opportunity to. You know what I mean?
And as a guy with no kids, I just want to give a big hoorah to all the young parents out there that have a bunch of kids already that are waking up at 5 a.m. to take their kids to soccer practice and baseball practice, because I'm like, fuck that. You're not getting me to wake up at 5 to drive anyone to soccer for anything right now. So,
dude,
congrats and hats off to those parents out there.
Living at the apartment that I live at right now is making my life so much easier, just for that fact that I don't have to wake up every morning to take the kids to school and then wait a couple hours and then come pick one up and then wait a couple more hours and then pick another up, like I was doing when they were in, you know, like grade 1 and grade like preschool or whatever, you know. And like one of them had a half day and the other had a whole day, and they both had to be there in the morning. Like, oh my god, dude! All I was a fucking chauffeur who makes food and like cleans messes. That's all I fucking did, and that's all I had time to do. Like, I couldn't have done YouTube back then because my life would have just been fucked. Like, I couldn't sit here for 3 hours of wakingness without like everything else in my life falling apart because I'm not taking care of it right now. You know, like it's like honestly true.
Well, good night, Joe. Old man needs sleep.
Yeah, I gotta get there too. I have a shotgun class tomorrow.
Ooh. What is a shotgun class?
You call the front seat first.
Defensive shotgun.
Okay.
They did church security on Friday, which I can't do.
Security?
Yep. If I step into church, it catches on fire. And then today was assess the situation or some shit like that. And all the students got pepper sprayed and all this other crazy shit.
Wow.
Ouch. And then tomorrow is a defensive
You guys aren't
shotgun.
fucking around.
I didn't do the church security because I'm an atheist. I don't go to church, but
right.
I just made sure no one shot somebody, and I was one of the ROs.
You fucking bigot! Aren't willing to teach church people how to defend themselves because you don't agree with them.
Yeah, you just pray to God, right? He'll protect you.
Bigoted behavior from an atheist. God damn it!
See, I believe that God protects those who protect themselves.
And that's why they want to go to a class. But if a bunch of atheists won't teach them, how are they going to protect themselves?
The teacher's from Texas.
I don't mean shit.
They're a company out of Texas that's up here doing a 3-day course. But
looks like Honda sold his cloak for his sword.
That might not be good. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. He might just be like, "Well, look, you can just shoot people in the fucking back. That's illegal, right?" Well, yeah, in Texas it is, but not in fucking up there. They might be getting some bad advice from a dude from Texas.
Just say, "I felt threatened," and you're good. That's all you
I mean, we have castle doctrine in Oregon and Washington. So.
Or it was a black guy.
You know, have you guys
I
ever
think you get a medal for that.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of Andrew Bronca?
All right, good night, homie.
Good night, man.
Night.
He literally wrote the book on self-defense law called The Law of Self-Defense. Lives in Castle Rock, Colorado, right down the street from me, actually. I would really, really, really like to have him on for a chat one time so we could maybe not tell a bunch of dick jokes and ask some fucking real gun questions about, like, how things work when you go to court, like what kind of things in the self-defense shooting are going to fuck you and what kind of things you want to have before you pull the trigger, like that kind of stuff.
You better get yourself a new audience then if you don't want big jokes. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe it'll just be me. I don't know. I just want to invite your fucking dick ass.
I said audience. I didn't. I can control myself if need be. I said audience, motherfucker. You better start a new channel or something.
Matt can control himself unless we tell him that sprinkles are the best donut.
Oh, then you can go fuck yourself. And I hope you burn in hell.
What about pineapple flavored sprinkles?
Again, don't have a problem with pineapple flavors.
Oh, just the fiber,
just the sprinkle aspect of it. So,
if Josephus was covered in sprinkles,
I actually like pineapple juice.
Turn into a
I
tart.
like pineapple juice.
Coconuts can fuck off. I hate coconuts.
Yeah, coconuts
Love
are
coconuts.
fucking demon spawn.
Love
bullshit
coconuts.
ass fucking.
And they put it in everything too.
Because it's delicious.
They're like, ooh, this cookie's really good. You know what would make it better? Coconut.
Okay, coconut cookies, no.
Coconut's like a flavor that's almost a flavor, but it's really not. It's just a distraction.
But I did have some vegan cheese that was made of coconut. It was pretty decent.
I don't like the flavor. I don't like the texture. I don't like anything about coconuts. If I was starving and like dehydrating on a desert island and all there was coconuts, I guess I'm going to learn to like them.
That's why people learn to like them, by the way.
Right, because there's no other choice.
That's the only reason people eat coconuts.
Coconut water
Preparing for the desert island journey.
No, but here's the thing. If you eat a coconut warm, it kind of sucks. But you put it in the refrigerator and then eat the coconut, Way better. It's way better cold.
How do you eat a coconut? You like split it in half and just scoop the middle out and eat it?
Yeah. Usually, I'll crack it with a hammer. Take a hammer, crack it. Right then, I just take a spoon, and right then I just start scraping with it.
It's like a gross avocado.
Aren't there like thousands of people who die every year from falling coconuts? I'm pretty sure
That seems a little high. I'm sure someone's dying from a coconut, but I don't know about thousands.
It does seem excessive.
No, actually, what we do first.
Shit up at this point.
No, but actually, what we do first is we take a nail, then you drive like 3 holes in the coconut, then you suck the juice out of it, and then you crack it with the hammer, and then you scrape the coconut out.
150. Sorry, I was exaggerating. 150.
I believe that.
That's quite a few.
That's 150 really shitty days.
And if 150 people died, how many people got hit in like the shoulder with a coconut? Like you're not dead, but you kind of wish you were for a couple days.
Spend tens of thousands of dollars, take your girlfriend, your wife on this like amazing, I don't know what you'd want to call it, tropical beach vacation. You're sitting there walking along, give her a smooch, dead. Fuck. What happened to Tim? Oh, coconut fell on him.
Fucking
you know that
like a bitch. That's what happened to him.
So mangoes come wrapped in like this like coconut like husk thing that you gotta like take off. So when you buy the mango at the grocery store, that's already been done. Well, part of the reason it's already been done is because of that fibrous material has oil in it that acts like poison ivy. So if it gets on your skin, you break out in hives and shit, and it's super itchy and it lasts for days and days. So they take it off for you. Well, people don't know this when they're like vacationing in Hawaii and they see a mango tree and they go like pick a bunch of mangoes and start fucking taking the husks off. And they're on vacation with their wife or they're on like their honeymoon or whatever.
Hopefully their balls didn't itch afterwards.
Yeah, like seriously. I had to take a piss in the middle of cleaning the mangoes. It's a bad idea.
Dude, I've never encountered poison ivy, and I don't ever want to encounter poison ivy.
I've encountered poison ivy many times, and I've never had an allergic reaction.
I've had one allergic reaction to poison ivy, and it's because we were like walking in sandals through a sea of poison ivy for hours, right?
Fuck.
And then my brother-in-law, he was the one I was with, got it like the next day. He was covered in hives, and I was like, I must be lucky. A week goes by, right? And like this oil like stays on your skin. You like try to wash it off with soap and water. It doesn't work. I don't know what the fuck it is. It just stays on you. So anytime you touch your leg where it has the poison ivy and then you touch your chest a minute later, you just spread it to your chest too. I got covered in poison ivy like that dude from Philadelphia. Like the movie.
That was just you spreading your athlete's foot. That's all that was.
It looked like I had fucking AIDS, dude. I had AIDS everywhere. It was gross.
Ugh.
Daniel says your supers will be spammed with penis. Great.
One time I got poison ivy, but I didn't feel anything. Itching, nothing.
I thought you couldn't say penis in a super chat.
You know what you can't say in a super chat?
What?
Gay frog chat. Try to super chat gay frog chat. YouTube will not let you.
I've tried and I've had to say GFC instead.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've been on, like other people's YouTube stuff. Like, here, let me drop in a super chat to try to promote my channel or something.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I tried to super chat the N-word in one of Matt's chats, but they wouldn't let me do it.
That's too bad.
That is not surprising. Honda, have you watched the not new now, but they just came out with a new season? Have you watched the Secret of Skinwalker Ranch series that's on Amazon Prime?
Not the one I've watched something about it recently. I don't know where it was from though necessarily. If it was Amazon Prime or just something.
You need to binge watch that shit. Then tell me when you're going to do a gay frog chat about it, and I will be there because it is one of the best. There's all kinds of alien, weird shit, paranormal shows that are out there, right? There's hundreds of them, and they're on every streaming platform there is. This one is just legit. It's just hardcore scientists doing hardcore scientific tests using all kinds of crazy instruments. It is far and beyond the best paranormal weird shit is happening shows I've ever seen. Like, I literally sit there and wait for it to come out every single year. And they just finished season 3. It's fucking excellent. And it's like, I think that the first 2 seasons are on Hulu for free. And the third one that just came out is on Amazon Prime. And it's like $19 for the entire series. And the episodes are like an hour-ish long, 45 minutes, hour long. Super good. You've got to watch it. You'd really like it.
Have you ever heard the story of the family who lived at the farm when things were happening before it was sold to Robert Bigelow?
Oh, yeah. They cover that at nauseum. And it's particularly interesting for me because, like, I could drive to Skinwalker Ranch in 2 hours if I wanted to. And a lot of the same shit that they say happens there happens out, because I live out in the middle of nowhere in Podunk country, Utah, too. And we see and hear about a lot of the same shit that happens there.
Is there cheap land in Utah?
There's some, if you're willing to live really out in the middle of nowhere. Like, near me, there's I guess you could say Eureka is kind of a good place to go. Goshen and Genola are getting a little bit more expensive, but yeah, there's, as long as it's not anywhere near a Mormon temple, you can find some reasonable land. If it's near a Mormon temple, then you're going to pay.
There was a place we were looking at. I
1.2.
can't remember where it was. It was like kind of southeast-ish from Salt Lake City. There was a place that had a bunch of land for sale and stuff, and it's
price.
I don't remember where it was. It was far enough outside of Salt Lake City that you're like an hour 40, like 45 minutes to an hour away easily. Kind of, I guess, I can't remember if it was like through the mountains or I don't know the area or anything, but like, anyway, it was somewhere out there, and it was like, there was like small groupings of little towns and stuff out there.
It's probably price, like what Honda's
maybe that's what it was.
Right
and
now.
they like had, they've got a Walmart and they got some basic stuff there. And then I guess if you want to, you're 45 minutes to an hour away from Salt Lake City. So if you want to go do some other stuff or whatever, you're still fairly close enough that it's not too much of an inconvenience. You know what I mean?
Where's Skinwalker Ranch is somewhere around here, right?
Yeah. And if you scroll down just directly from where you're at right now, a little bit more, and go to left. So like right there, that's price. And that's about, and depending on what time you travel, as far as traffic goes from Salt Lake City, you're probably looking at 90-ish minutes. And while there is some developed places there, most of that is like, most of those people have farms, even if they're little tiny farms. Most people out there are doing that. And the thing about Utah is if you scroll out to where you can look at the entire state, the vast majority of the population lives, like if you see Logan up there at the top, the vast majority of the population of Utah lives in that one straight line going down I-15. And then everything east and west of I-15 for the most part is open land. That's, especially these days, considerably cheap compared to anywhere else. You just got to be willing to, not have Taco Bell 10 minutes away while you're doing a 24-hour chat.
Yeah, the only places that I've ever been in Utah is Moab, which
Moab's awesome.
I love Moab, dude. Moab is the coolest place. Like nature.
Probably one of my second anniversary.
It's the coolest nature place I've ever been to. I think, possibly, arguably. And then
it's like an outdoor person's heaven.
And then I-70 and I-15.
I'm telling you, like everything is down that one vein. I-15 going down. Everything else is cheap ass land, especially these days.
Yeah.
Like I know a guy, not know him, but he built a solar cabin.
dude, like, check out these views, man. Or maybe not right here. Okay, this is a bad example. Like,
Go to,
there's
like,
some of the, like,
Ocean.
mountainy areas or whatever where you're driving through the mountain desert, fucking looking around, and it's just like, I keep picking bad spots.
Well, and that's the thing about Utah too, is we've got, short of like rainforests and the ocean, we've got about every kind of outdoor environment that you'd want to go to. We have really big mountains. We've got huge pine tree forests. We have hardcore desert. We have red sand hardcore desert. Like, we have huge bodies of water like Utah Lake and Great Salt Lake and all that stuff. There's not a whole lot other than, again, the rainforest or the ocean type of outdoor stuff, or even just types of ecosystems that you'd want to see that you can't see in Utah by driving 4 hours or less.
It's pretty, man. It's really pretty in that desert. We don't have that kind of fucking views and vistas in Colorado. I mean, maybe a little bit over here in western Colorado kind of looks like Texas, like Utah, like where everything turns into those like tabletop like mesa mountains and shit, you know, like those really old mountains that have just worn away. But
see, you wouldn't even have to deal with adjusting to the altitude either.
Nah, I'm already there. Probably higher, actually. Well, I don't know. What's the altitude where you're at?
It's like 50, between like 52 and 5,500.
Okay, we're like the same then.
Yeah. You can definitely get higher, though. It's really easy. Most of the trails out here, if you want to go hiking or ATVing or whatever it happens to be, it's really easy to climb several thousand feet in like 20, 30 minutes. So if you're not from around a high altitude place, then maybe hiking in Utah is not the best idea unless you're looking for a challenge.
I don't know, man. I kind of like Utah, and it's close enough to people that, you know, like, depending on where in Utah, obviously. Like, if I'm like up here in the corner, like, it's not very close, but there's tons of places in Utah that are close enough to Colorado where if someone was having like a family emergency or a wedding or something like that, it's like, all right, I'll drive.
Just hop on I-70.
Yeah, exactly.
And our gun laws are a whole lot better too. We got constitutional carry last year, and for the most part, it's like unless you're a felon, you're good. Don't even need a license to concealed or open carry anymore. There are still some benefits to having a concealed permit in regards to where you can and can't carry. Like with me having a permit, if my nephews are having some kind of a school event, I can carry into a school, whereas someone exercising constitutional carry can't. But compared to Colorado, especially if you're considering Denver, the gun laws are a lot better too. Everyone's a farmer or a cowboy or something out here, and it's like, fuck you, you're not taking my gun.
Yeah, it's just beautiful country too, man. Just like, look at this shit.
It's pretty.
All the colors.
Zions is, you know, very well known, and it's worth the well known. Zions is a beautiful place to hike around, take pictures of, etc.
Josh Taylor dropped in $5. Said, first thing to do after a self-defense shooting is prepare your butt to get spit in and inform your family about any phone calls about a rape kit. Do you know about this, raw feeding?
No. You fuck with someone in Utah, and it's almost always a justified shooting.
Okay, so this is more something Leo would potentially have to deal with, because this happens in the what is it?
Cook County Jail.
Cook County Jail, right? So in Chicago. So if you go to Cook County Jail, like let's say you get a DUI and you're in Chicago, right? They put you in jail. Whilst in jail, you end up in some sort of a physical altercation with one of the other inmates, and you get knocked out, right? You get knocked out. What happens is somebody, either the guy who was fighting you or just some random person walking by, while you're knocked out, will pull your pants down and spit in your butt. Now, the point is, once you get your butt spit in, right, the guards find you knocked out on the ground, your pants are pulled down, you got spit in your butt. They have to administer a rape kit. Now, when they administer a rape kit in jail, you have to have your next of kin informed that you had a rape kit on you. So they don't tell you what happened. They don't tell the family what happened. They don't tell like the circumstances or that spitting in people's butts is a thing. They just call your family and they say, yeah, Mr. Raw Feeding had to have a rape kit done, just so you guys know. All right, bye. Like, that's the whole point, is so that they can ruin your life, because then your family thinks you got raped in prison.
This is why you know your gun laws, and you act appropriately, and you wait for them to walk in your house past your security cameras that records the whole event, so you've got proof. So you don't get your butt spit in.
Yeah, you don't want to get your butt spit.
That's just unsanitary.
Well, now I'm going to move to a free state. Is Utah letting any Mexicans that are coming from California in?
Oh, yeah, bro. Come on down. Come on down.
Okay,
Luckily, when I was
come on
locked up
over.
in the,
Come on over.
Luckily, when I was locked in Cook County Jail, I was in the minimum security part.
Yeah, you say that now on a live chat, wouldn't you?
I will say that about Utah's, I don't know if you want to call it the justice system or whatever, but if you go to jail in Utah, it's fine. Like, yeah, it's a shitty experience. You're going to jail. It's not a good time, but you're good. You go to the Salt Lake City prison, dude, like, that is a bad time. I have known people that have spent time in the Salt Lake City federal prison and other places like prisons in California, like near Los Angeles, and had them say, I don't know which one I would choose or which one was worse. So you go to prison in Utah, you may be literally and metaphorically fucked. So just know your gun laws. Don't do stupid shit so you don't go to federal pound me in the ass prison.
Federal,
or in this case, spit in your butt prison.
Well, that's spit in your butt jail. They don't do that in prison.
I don't know. I might take the spit in the butt versus the other one.
Yeah, but then your dad thinks you got butt raped. Like,
I would explain the situation. I would explain.
Daniel dropped in $5. Said, "Gay frog chat. I say whatever I want because I'm a mod, biatch." Okay, so apparently if you don't put spaces between, I haven't tried that. Maybe I should start doing that.
See, Daniel's figuring out what's going on.
You got it figured out. See, and fucking Corey Long did the same thing because he said, "Gay frog chat, biatch, penis, 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 penis."
See, since when can you say penis in a super chat?
Corey Long gets it done. Midget with carrot cake dropped in. Midget with carrot cake dropped in $5. Said, "Shit hits the fan. If you can only have one gun, a lever action or a bolt action, and what caliber and what gun." So you can only have one gun. It has to be a bolt. Like, imagine you live in New Jersey, right? And there's like the select list of things you can buy, and you've decided to go with either a lever gun or a bolt action gun for shit hits the fan.
I'd go lever action here, and I'd go in a 357-38 combo.
I will go with the bolt action and go with the Remington 700, I think.
I think I go with the lever. I have no idea about calibers too for those guys.
I actually agree with raw feeding. 357 and lever gun. You can shoot 38 special through it. 16, 18, 20-inch barrel with 357 will kill just about anything. So you're pretty good with that. And you get pretty good capacity with it too, especially if you're shooting 38 special. Which again, 38 special out of like a 20-inch barrel is probably more powerful.
Be a 22.
Well, it's going to be more powerful, I would think, than 357 out of like a 4-inch barrel.
Right. I was just thinking about recoil, I guess. Like, you might as well be shooting 22 if you're shooting 38 out of a 20-inch barrel. You're not going to feel it.
I mean, that's what mine is. I think it's 20 inches. It might be 16. Shit, I don't fucking know.
I was just going with a faster follow-up shot.
Yeah, Honda's not good at measuring in inches.
I always think things are bigger than they are, you know?
Yeah.
It's 12 centimeters. But that's your Rossi, right?
What the fuck? Okay, so Daniel can say gay frog chat with spaces, cunt ass bitch penis mod power. And I try to go
it's
on
Corey
Ahmad. Chat, and I go on someone's chat and I just want to be like, please jump across the YouTube lines and check out the gay frog chat. Please check me out on YouTube. And YouTube's like, nah, bitch, you don't get to promote shit. You get to fucking die in YouTube prison because we gave you 2 strikes.
May I have some more subs?
Just wants a bit of visibility, you know, so people know the name. Do the Mormons run Salt Lake City prison? Says Josh.
It would not surprise me. They have so much influence on everything. Like, the first time that I walked into a Walmart outside of the state of Utah and saw the liquor wine aisle, my jaw hit the floor going, what the fuck is going on with this Walmart? And then I realized we were the weird ones. Lots of stores have to be closed on Sundays because of who the landlords are. All the liquor stores are closed on Sundays. Years ago, in like 2018, now we have medical marijuana use where you can go in and get your quote-unquote green card, your marijuana card, etc. But back then in 2018, it got passed, and they somehow through a 3 o'clock in the morning, behind closed doors deal, got it revoked. Then the state of Utah was like, or the people of the state of Utah were like, okay, fine, but what if we only use it medically for kids suffering with cancer? And once again, there were lobbies, and it was like, no, those kids with cancer just have to suffer because church.
Dude,
there were even, and this is not supposed to happen, because growing up in Utah, I know lots of people that have been very deep into the church and have left. People that are deep into the church who still think this stuff is wrong. They're not supposed to be doing this stuff, and they would bring, I can't even remember what they're called, but it's like whatever they call the particular group of men that every ward all across Utah has. But it's the guys that are running that particular ward, that particular section and geographical location of the church, saying, you better vote against this, because if you don't, then you're doing wrong by Jesus.
Well, I mean, he did come to Utah and bury some magical golden plates a couple thousand years ago, so you should probably listen.
And the seeing donut. I generally don't have any issue with LDS people. 95+% of them are just good people. But there's that 5% that are in power or going to the extreme, just like any other organized religion, that give them a bad name.
Dude, all of the Mormons I've ever met in my entire life, whilst being a little too religious for my taste, or whatever, are very nice people. Very giving, very caring. Like, they'll give you the shirt off their back if you need it, like those kind of people. Like, they've all, every single one of them I've ever met are very, very, like, honest, good people.
Dude, if people in a ward here hear that a single mom or something, even if she's not a part of the church and has made it very clear that she's never going to be, if someone in the church finds out that she has to be out of her old apartment before she moves with her 4 kids on Saturday, and it's Thursday night at 11 o'clock, everyone's like, there's 12, 15 people at her house at 9 a.m. the next morning moving her entire house for her.
That's funny. There's
lots of good people.
Last time I moved, I called like everyone in my family and like a bunch of friends and people from work. And
just get yourself some Mormon friends.
You know who moved my entire house into an apartment?
You and the slave labor children.
Me and a RAV4. It's all good.
See, you should have just made the kids like, anything you don't help me pack stays here. and you leave the Xbox.
Okay, like
for
I
that.
felt bad about this, but like okay, like over the years, we as a family, me for the boys, I have bought them, you know, a Nerf gun here, a Nerf gun there, a Nerf gun here, a Nerf gun there. They had like the biggest possible toy box, like tote that I could buy, overflowing with fucking Nerf guns. And I didn't like I made them choose their top couple favorite and then leave the rest because there's not enough room.
Yeah, this just happens sometimes, though, man. Wasn't much you could do about it.
It was sad, man. It's like that was your arsenal. I have my arsenal. We're good over here.
The only thing I am pissed off at my parents for leaving behind in a box, because I had to move a lot when I was a kid because my mom was on state-assisted living and food stamps and all that shit. The one thing I'm pissed at them for leaving behind, or I guess I should say the two things, my box chests full of Batman toys that would be worth a shit ton of money now, and my binders and binders of Pokemon cards that would be worth a shit ton of money now. Like, you guys, there's tens of thousands of dollars sitting in those binders with holographic cards and all that shit, and it's just like, fuck this binder and these Pokemon cards. We're leaving this box here.
Dude, I was pretty upset about my not X-Men cards, but Marvel cards. I had like this huge box of fucking Marvel cards.
That are probably worth a shit ton of money now.
Well, I thought they were. Then I looked up how much an entire set is, and it's like $60. I'm like, oh, well, I spent more on that back then when money was worth more than it is now back then, and I don't even know if I had the whole set. You know, like I just bought packs of cards.
Yeah.
I definitely had doubles of a bunch of them, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I lost all my Marvel cards. I had nothing but Storms. That's all I bought.
You just were they all stuck together?
Couple. I bought them all individually, and they were all Storms.
Is Matt trying to show off his shiny prowess?
Yeah, he just turned on his camera so we could.
I didn't even know I turned my fucking camera on. I don't fucking know. Unless I hit a fucking button.
What are you doing?
Painting something.
What are you painting?
Toenails.
Yeah, my toenails. I'm painting my fucking toenails.
He's either got
painting
really
my ball hair is what I'm doing.
Did you guys see when they did that to dogs?
Is it touch of gray? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
A touch of Julio.
Yep. You figured me out, man.
The huevos.
You got it.
A touch of Julio, the brand.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving to Utah. And a big part of it is the people that I've met from Utah all seem pretty fucking cool. Like, nice, anyway. I don't know about cool. Cool might be an exaggeration on some of them. But at least, like, you would know that they've got a year's worth of food and guns and shit, and they're not going to be the first ones to run out of food and start knocking on your door if shit gets bad. And moreover, if shit gets bad, they'd probably be the kind of people who might help you out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, versus where I live at now, ain't nobody helping anybody, you know? Like, unless you already know the person, and even then, they better owe you, you know?
There's a couple bad spots. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Okay.
There are a couple bad spots, Utah. Most of them are within a 30, 40 mile radius of downtown Salt Lake. Like, I'm from here. I've spent my fair share of time in Salt Lake, and you would not catch me for any reason aside of life or death circumstances walking down downtown Salt Lake City after dark, especially after like midnight. No fucking chance. It's you're going to get jumped or robbed or any other. That too. It's just you just got to know where not to go. Now, downtown Salt Lake during the day, awesome place to be. Lots to see. Awesome bars and historical sites and really big buildings that you can, like, there's all kinds of shit to do during the day. When the sun goes down, it's time to fucking leave.
See, that's how Denver used to be. Like, really, really nice during the day. Certain spots in downtown Denver at a certain time of night was probably not a good idea to be there, right? Now it's like certain spots in downtown Denver and other areas in Aurora, day or night, anytime, probably not a good idea. And then there's an even like bigger area where it's like nighttime now, so you better be like packing or like hauling ass or home. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
See,
bad.
that comes, I think, with the situational awareness that you develop when you start carrying. And not only the situational awareness, but thinking about your actions more. Like, I can tell you that after I started carrying, I honk at a whole lot less people that are being dumb shits on the road than I did before. Because I know that legally, if I cause some kind of interaction and I'm the one carrying and then I have to use it, then it's going to be a whole lot harder to defend myself in court. So I think that being a carrier makes you more aware of those things. Like, is this an area or a place at a certain time that is going to heighten the chances of me getting into a confrontation? If so, I'm probably not going to go there, or I'm probably not going to do it, whatever the thing is, because it's just fucking smart.
I've definitely flipped some people off while there's a gun in the car.
Well, I didn't say I stopped. I said I did it less often.
But I know that if like they were to pull over, I would be less likely to like pull over too and get in a fight with them because I have the gun in the car. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna fucking flip them off. Daniel says, dumbest shit y'all ordered
That's
while
Texas
drunk.
right there.
Ordered while drunk online. Our Lord and Savior Night Strike talked me into a $47,000 CNC machine while intoxicated a little while back. Delivering Tuesday, still haven't told the wife. Holy fuck.
Definitely nothing of the dumbest shit level as that.
Damn.
Well, I know what yours is, Zorro.
Oh no. Tell the story. Oh god.
No, you tell your story about your fucking what gun was it?
It was a AUG. Okay, so
you got in the wrong caliber?
So I can't remember why we were drinking, but I was with Honda and I was drinking. This was like when
yes, blame Honda. Yes.
Well, no, it was my
Always
fault.
my fault.
So it was like during the Google, hangout chats, and I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna order this. And Honda's like, nah, dude, don't order it. He's like, and then he just Googles it. He's like, you mean this one? I found you this compliant version of this. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna buy it. How much is it? $2,000. Oh, fuck it. Why not? And then my Mexican says like, okay, click. And then I woke up the next day. What the fuck did I just do? What? Now that happened to me again. Except not with Honda. I got like so wasted. I'm like, you know what? I want a CZ Brand 2 MS. I found one. $2,300. And I'm like, I need to pamper myself. Fuck it, why not? Again, speaking Spanish and gibberish. It's the hijo la chingada. Click this button. Fuck this shit. Click it. Wake up the next day. Oh, my head hurts. Who the fuck spent $2,300? What the fuck? Who the fuck is 2A Zone? What the hell? There's a confirmation. Oh fuck. No.
I don't spend a bunch of money online normally. I did go through this little phase where like I ordered something off of wish.com and magically it was what it was advertised to be. It wasn't like tiny and it like fit and everything was, I don't even remember what it was, right? But I'm like, holy
like
shit.
A site or something.
Right. It took like a month to show up right? And like by the time it got there, I'd completely forgot that I'd even spent $5 on the thing that it was or whatever it was, and I was like amazed that it was there for $5, even if it was a month later. So I spent like $200 on Wish.com shit before the first thing showed up.
Oh shit!
Which, I mean, $200 isn't a lot, but like $200 on Wish.com shit is like 30 orders. You know what I mean? So I like started getting like a little fidget spinner that was a Batman thing that was so big that it would hit you in the hand and you couldn't spin it. And this other thing that it looked like these big like hook magnets that you could like go fishing with, but they were this big. And like like all of this shit was just fucked up, and most of it was while drunk. So I'll say that. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but
I think the only thing that I've bought while I was drunk online was my my Rossi RS22, and that's not a purchase that I regret. I think it was like $119 before shipping and the transfer fee and all that stuff. And
I think I remember
love
when
that
you
little
bought that. Weren't you asking us about that on one of the chats?
You did all my shopping between you and Honda. You guys did my shopping for like an hour and a half on scopes, scope rings, slings. Like it was fucking. I remember now. I made a super chat saying, "Hey Matt, thanks for doing my shopping for me."
Yeah,
and
I remember this. I remember
it all arrived, and you were like, the rings that come with it should work, or the rings that were with whatever it was, and the one that you were like, you don't really need to order these ones because they'll fit, and those ones didn't fit, but the ones that came with the scope did. So it was just perfect harmony.
There you go.
I'm sure at some point there was something I ordered from Palmetto that I was like thinking about hitting pay, and I had all the information in, and then I was like, no, yes, no, yes, and then forgot about it, and then drank, and then went back to the page and just like clicked the button, like, oh, I guess I'm getting a fucking bunch of magazines now, or whatever.
Well, I've done that many fucking times where I'm just like, you're just like you get that fuck it. Like it sits there and it stares at you for a while, and you've thought about it. You're like, I shouldn't, but I want to, but I shouldn't, but I want to. But no, I don't really need it, but I don't really want it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I've got this or I've got that, but you don't ever close out the tab.
Right.
And it just
that's the
sits
mistake.
there.
That's
fucking
the mistake.
Staring at you every time you're at the fucking computer till eventually, for whatever reason, you just fucking get in a good mood all of a sudden. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I deserve this. And you click buy it now or whatever the fuck it is.
You're literally calling me out.
You
just described me right now in a nutshell.
It's going to be known as pulling a Zorro. That's what it's going to be called.
Well, no, it is because I get to the drunk point where I'm happy and I'm like, oh, look at that Og.
The only thing I regret with that Rossi was it was one of those right after Biden, before the election was finalized, he argued with that, I don't know what kind of warehouse worker it was, and was like, I'm going to take your AR-14.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
Everybody starts producing all this shit with AR-14, and what was on the side of this Rossi, it was, just a standard tan Rossi, but then in white bold letters and a picture of Joe Biden. Was like, this is an AR-14, which was funny, but I was like, I don't want this on my rifle forever. So I'm going to paint it. And I even asked you guys, like, hey, what do you guys use to paint your poly stocks? And I got the same kind you guys told me. However, like a dumbass, I got the glossy kind instead of the matte kind. No. So now it looks like the 22 that Catwoman would be carrying around or something like that. Just glossy latex black, but whatever. It's done. Lesson learned.
Okay, so I just went to Palmetto State Armory and I was looking at my order history. And the last time I did that was this gun. Because if you remember, Matt, I was thinking about it, and I was like, no. And then the
Is
price
that the 9mm one?
Yep. And the price went up, and then the price went down just a little bit. And I had it in the cart, and I was thinking about it, and I swear, like my finger was on the mouse button to click it, and the pressure went on my finger without me thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, too late now. I might as well just press the other button and finish it up. And I ordered it. So
See, but that's your brain playing tricks on you, because your logical brain knows you could send an email and cancel your order, but you wanted it. You knew you wanted it.
I could have canceled it. I didn't want to though. Plus, I already had the trigger to go in it too. I already had the Echo trigger to go in it, and I just wanted something to put it in that wasn't a 308, you know? Because I could have put it in the AR-10, but that would have been nuts, dude. A fucking AR-10 with an Echo trigger, like
damn.
That's a bruised shoulder kind of day.
Yeah, there's a reason why the fucking military didn't like having AR-10s in full auto, you know?
We're about to have something a little bit worse than an AR 308 in the military soon.
The first time I shot my 308, the one that I got from the friend thing from Yankee, the first day I shot it, I shot like, which isn't a lot, I shot like 30, somewhere between 30 and 40 rounds through it. And for the next like 2 days, my shoulder hurt like a son of a bitch. Now, granted, I already have shoulder problems, but I was like, okay, I get now why AR-10s, just like Honda was saying, I get that now, because this fucking sucks.
I don't know, like, honestly, like, shooting the AR-10 from a bench rest hurts a little bit. Shooting it, like, standing from the shoulder doesn't hurt at all. And then shooting it from prone, like, kind of fucking sucks.
And I was prone. That was probably my mistake.
Yeah, like, if you're shooting it prone, like, it kind of sucks. It honestly does. But, I mean, the only thing that doesn't suck shooting prone is, like, 223 or, like, 9mm or, you know, like a pistol caliber carbine or a 22 or something, you know.
I
like
love pistol caliber carbines. Everything
kind of sucks when you got the shit up in your shoulder and you're shooting like this, you know. It like hits you in the fucking collarbone, like
Yeah.
This is why I've debated, because I want to get a shotgun to round out I have a gun for every standard standard conceivable need. Especially out here, we got a lot of lakes and water bodies, and there's all kinds of birds and stuff to hunt. But I'm like, is my shoulder too fucked up to get a 12 gauge shotgun? Should I just go with a 410 or something like that?
Depends. I mean, if you have a big, heavy 12 gauge shotgun made of steel and wood, like fully loaded, shooting one shot at a time, and like 1 3/4 inch shells, not high brass, fucking buckshot, it's really not bad. Like I can, like even like the Maverick 88, it's like 100 rounds, you know, like bird shot or whatever before my shoulder starts hurting, and it's not as much fun anymore, you know.
Would you say that the recoil of, say, a 12 gauge would be comparable to a 308?
I think it's, depending on the gun, probably a little bit worse.
The 308's a little bit worse, the 12's a little bit worse.
12 gauge.
See, like one shot, I don't think would be bad. Like, unless you're a dumbass and you've got the stock like 2 inches from your shoulder when you pull the trigger, then yeah, you're probably fucked. You might break your collarbone, but if you've got it in there nice and tight and you've got a nice pad on it, then a couple of shots going out hunting some birds wouldn't be a big deal. But I wouldn't like choose a 12 gauge shotgun for like my zombie gun or something.
Well, the only shotgun that I have is a Mossberg 590 that like looks like a trench shotgun and a Beretta 1301. And I feel like the 1301 recoils less than my World War I trench shotgun.
I got this bad boy from Matt.
She's purty.
Let me make myself.
Did you refinish the wood and blew it, or was that way when you got it from Matt?
I did not touch this gun. Well, I'm touching it now, but I didn't do anything to it.
Is that the fuck you Duke shotgun?
Yes, this is the Honda fired first shotgun.
He won Uno.
Get it instead of Honda.
You should have like took it from Duke laser etched on the side.
You should. You should. You should. You should. Yeah.
Yep. I do like that gun though. It's pretty cool.
I'd love to have an AR-ish platform 9mm. I think it'd just be fun. Even if I just got an upper or something like that, I think it'd just be fun.
Well, I recommend like everyone at least have a pistol caliber carbine. I mean, I have two, but I wish I can get the Palmetto State Armory, that specific one. But in my state, He just says "f you." The only
That's why you
rifle,
need to move to Utah, bro.
yeah, exactly. The only ones I have is a Scorpion and a KUSA a KR9, and both shoot 9mm, and I love them both. But I really want to try that one because I feel like it'll probably be a smoother shooter overall.
It's pretty chunky when it's shooting, but that's with like echo mode on, and I'm dumping a magazine, like the fucking red dots just bouncing around the spot a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's pretty manageable. It's fun.
The rifle I wouldn't really recommend too much is a Scorpion because it's made out of polymer, so it's light and you're gonna feel it more.
But my 308's a polymer stock. That might be why it's such a bitch.
Well, no,
this thing's pretty fucking light too. Like this handguard up here weighs nothing. The barrel looks thicker, but you got to remember it's 9mm, so the hole in the middle is thicker too. So it's not like a thick barrel.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, all this is aluminum or whatever, but it's not like it weighs very much.
No, yeah. I'm just saying, like, for the polymers, I'd rather have an aluminum rather than polymer.
And there's no gas system. It's just blowback, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, the main thing moving around is that bolt just going back and forth, and that's the thing that's giving you most of the recoil, I think.
The smoothest shooter that I ever shot from a 9mm was my PTR MP5 clone. That thing is smooth.
See, this actually, I've shot a full auto PTR,
and
I've shot and like this thing on echo mode. They're very similar.
Really?
Very similar. Yeah.
Which one do you think is smoother out of the two?
The SIG MCX is the smoothest pistol caliber carbine on full auto I've ever fucking laid hands on.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Or MPX, sorry, MPX.
Yeah, those are $2,000.
Yeah, but seriously, dude, there's a reason why it's $2,000.
No, I get that. I was looking into getting one because I saw one on my local shop that's California compliant.
Just go buy a bottle of tequila and get on a
No,
Honda
dude,
Jack.
I can't do tequila.
No, disappear again.
See, this is what happens. I think when that day I was drinking, when I was talking to Hana told me, "Don't be a puss. Do not get tequila." And I'm like, "Why?" See, you're Mexican. You're already used to it. I'm like, "Fine. What do I get? Vodka." I should have not listened at all.
I don't listen when people tell me to drink whiskey. Like, hey,
you
Honda,
still have
whiskey.
your Rittenhouse rye?
Yes, I do. Actually, it's on top of the fridge over there. Dude, my ex came over to drop off the dog, and she wanted a drink, and I'm like, "Here, drink this."
So I essentially blame Honda for telling me, like, nah, dude, don't get tequila. No, that's not fair. You're already used to it. Get vodka. Okay.
I was gonna ask, is this one of those stories that starts with, "So one night I was drinking tequila"?
It actually was, because I went to the far point of where like any logic was out the window, and then I woke up the next day and then didn't even know what happened, and then like the week passed and I get a notification. I'm like, "It shipped." I'm like, "What shipped? What huh?" And then I send like them a message, and then he just responds back, "You don't remember? Remember what?
Can I return this? I was drunk. It's Honda's fault."
No, we already shipped, so I can't.
I blame the frogs.
You can always send it back when it gets to the gun shop. Be like,
but
"Oh, this doesn't meet my exacting standards," and then you send it back. And like,
I kept it.
Shipping usually in that case, but that's it.
I kept it, and I sold it, and I used that money to buy an X95.
You just recycled. That's all you did.
A bullpup. Yeah, exactly. I mean, still got bullpup.
Josh Taylor dropped in $5 and said, "I did the Silencer Co. Christmas sale, buy one, get one free, and got a 45 silencer, but I have no 45, so I dropped $1,200 on an FNX 45.
Oh.
Good thing you saved all that money on the buy one, get one free.
Those are pretty fucking nice handguns, though. Those FNX tacticals.
Yeah.
Dude, they're pretty fucking sweet.
I tried one before, and it for 45,
Well, they've got, like, don't they have the double stack mag that holds like 15 or something like that too?
I think
like,
so. Yeah.
like
I went to
capacity, and it's 45, and it's got like the tactical. I think, don't they also have a red dot that you can put on them? Like, Jesus, dude, that's the ultimate fucking handgun.
Yeah. Like how I tried it was
handgun.
I went to a free state and my cousins told me, let's go rent some guns. And I'm like, okay. And then saw freedom and I cried a little bit inside.
That's why you need to move to Utah.
Exactly.
Even Colorado would be an upward move.
Yeah.
I have family in Colorado. I'd rather go to Utah.
They're trying to pass more pro-abortion shit and like pro-get an abortion shit, which doesn't make sense to me because the state of Colorado at this point in time has already passed abortion up to and including when you're in labor. So you can have an abortion while you're having labor pains in Colorado. And if you're from another state, you can come to Colorado and get an abortion and we don't care. So what other laws can they possibly pass to make abortion more available if that's the case? I don't understand.
It's virtue signaling politics.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, where can you go from everything all the time, on demand, paid for by the state, completely legal, no matter what?
Honda, they have to do something. We have to do something.
I heard one thing was that, we'll just go out of state and go to Mexico and get one. And I'm like, you're going to do what now?
It's not a country.
I know, but like they're like out of their state to go into another country and be like, I'm going to go, go to Mexico and get an abortion. I'm like, so you're going to go to Mexico and get an abortion. Okay. I don't think your logic's there. Well, at least Mexico gives it an option. I don't think they do.
I just don't understand how they're like getting knocked up so much. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I know, and I might be wrong, I only have 2 kids, and I've never been part of any kind of abortion, right? That doesn't mean like some girl that I fucked at some point didn't like have an abortion and didn't tell me about it. It doesn't mean that some chick that I fucked at some point didn't like leave forever, never talk to her again, and then have a child. Like, I don't know. Like, there might be some little Honda out there somewhere. I'm not sure. There might be some little Matt out there somewhere. We're pretty sure it's Jolly.
Yeah, it is Jolly. It's fucking Jolly.
Hey, I gotta get out of here, guys. Thanks for having me on Honda.
Later, man.
See ya. It's been almost 4 hours, man. I think we're almost done here anyway. Jesus Christ.
Fucking pussy.
Oh, yeah, me. Yeah. 24-hour chat, bitch.
We're doing another one?
No, I'm saying I did one. What's the longest chat you've ever done?
I think I did. Oh, this was back in the day. I think I've done over 7 hours. That's about the longest one I've ever done.
It's not 24.
No, because I'm not a fucking moron.
It's not even a third of 24.
It's not even a third of 24.
I'm just saying, man. You talk all this shit. You got to back it up. Anyway, I do have some family engagements tomorrow evening. So if I do a gay frog chat, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing one at this point. It will be late because I got to the kids are coming back into town from Florida. I got to do a bunch of shit with them. It's my aunt's birthday. We're all meeting in Castle Rock to go have dinner. And then by the time I get home from dinner, I don't know what time that'll be.
Wait, now is this the aunt that's like, ooh, Honda? Hey.
The fuck? There's no aunt that I have that's like that. So
is this the one from all the porn movies?
I don't have a Pornhub aunt. Thank you.
The Pornhub aunt. Oh my god.
Oh, little Handler. I'm stuck in this washer. Can you help me?
That's so gross. She's like 85.
Oh, yeah. Bang the dust out of it.
God, I hope she never finds these chats. Thankfully, I don't think she knows how to use YouTube.
She doesn't know how to use the internet.
So
it's okay.
I'll know, and that's bad enough. Anyway, guys, we'll see you maybe tomorrow night. I'll try to make it in. If so, it will be late.
That's what you said about your aunt.
Yep. That's what I meant. But thanks for showing up, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. We'll see you later. We'll see you.
Adios.
Be good.
Take my breath away.
Be
Bye,
excellent
Auntie.
to one another.
Orale.